Hello, everyone.
Oh,
Hey,
hi.
everyone.
Yay, it's Friday. And I'm so happy to be with everybody again. We took a little bit of time off for various reasons, but mostly of which to sort of change our schedule, I think, a little bit, and sort of come to terms with, things that had to be come to terms with, which is unfortunately that our friend Alex, who we love very dearly and is a great player, had to say goodbye. He was moving to Germany, and we couldn't make it work. I was thinking like, let's see, how's he going to make that happen? Three in the morning, 3 in the morning D&D. Not so much. But hey, that's okay.
Maybe when you're like 20.
Yeah, when you're like 40 plus, like getting up at 3 in the morning on a consistent basis and just don't do it.
Hell no.
Like, why would you do that to yourself? That's just messed up. So that said, we love you, Alex, and we hope that you come back to us at some time in the future when you come on back, because we miss you very, very dearly. So that said, we have a new face, but we're not going to talk about Bruno or this person yet, because as you can see very plainly, there is no name. This mystery person whom you may have seen actually in like a month ago, playing in our stream. Obviously, it goes without further ado. That's Megan, right there. Say hi, Megan.
Hi, everyone. Hello.
We'll learn more about what Megan is doing here in the Domains of Dread soon. But for right now, we have these 3 good children left, and
Am I a good child?
sweet, good. The way he says it in that movie, I'm just like, what the hell? Gene Wilder. Okay. With that said, let's get into the stuff. Thank you guys for hanging out and waiting. Daylight savings time. Fucking come on, Senate, do something about it. All right.
They are.
I know, but it took them like what, 2,000 years? Or 2020, 2000. The Senate's been around for 2,000 years, right?
No.
Yeah. Okay, never mind.
No.
I mean, some of them look like they've been
Cough
around.
up,
Yeah, that's true.
Cough up that red pill, Matt. Come on.
All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and start this craziness with a recap of what happened previously on Domains of Dread. Or I should say, previously on Ravenloft, a Domains of Dread. Okay. So, the 3 of you have arrived in the land of Kartikos, having been given a mission by Alanic Ray, who's potentially the world's greatest detective. And member of a secret society called the Order of the Guardians, to help find a seer, a Vistani seer, actually, named Radaga. And Radaga has disappeared, potentially either kidnapped or somehow in the clutches of forces willing to extract whatever information she has about the end of the world, which supposedly she's very keen on understanding with her mystical powers. So you traveled through the mists to the town of Amherst here in Kartikos, and were set to be retrieved in 4 days' time by Alanic Ray's Vistani ward, Cabe Whippoorwill. Many of the villagers, however, in Amherst, upon your arrival, seemed to think that Muadnhait was someone from the village's past, a maiden named Vaska. You met with the mayor of the town, the Meister Singer, who agreed to help you find Radaga if you would help to solve 2 recent murders in the village. Zagia, the woodcarver, and Satori, the father of Shreko the handsome furrier. While looking around the village, you noticed that there was this yellow wildflower called fox trumpet growing around many buildings in the village, which actually you found out was the source of the village's local brew, a very strong alcohol known as Meekelbrow. You went to the woodcarver Zagia's house, who you found was actually killed by a pile of logs mysteriously falling on her by some unknown source, or perhaps it was an accident, who knows. You, however, met Dragica, Zagia's apprentice, who showed you around the shop and Zagia's house, where you noticed that a chisel was missing from the tools at the shop, which seems to have disappeared after Shreko, Zagia's fiancé, visited 2 days ago. You also found that this chisel. You understood that Zreko's father, Satori, was killed and his tongue was somehow severed. I mean, if the chisel was indeed the instrument to do that, it would seem very odd to have a chisel be that instrument, since, you know, for a chisel to cut out, I mean, just thinking about it logically, it just doesn't make any sense. But anyway, some of you had the opportunity actually to sample Mikkelbrow that evening at the local tavern, the Grinning Fox Inn, with a variety of after effects. That evening, Mikmick actually encountered a very odd fellow, someone wearing a black cloak and a strange sort of white mask. And when Mikmick and Muadnhait attempted to follow this individual, they mysteriously disappeared, as if into thin air. The next morning, chiseled into the side of the inn was one word: leave. Which I believe Amnestria amended to say something about leaving a tip.
Please leave a tip.
Yeah, leave a tip.
I think it was please leave a good tip.
Please leave a tip.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, turning bad into good, always. Clearly, however, your presence is unwanted here in Amherst. But undeterred, you visited Draco's house and interviewed Effa, the maid, or Effie, sorry, who told you that Draco's father, Satori, was found in the morning 2 days ago with his tongue cut out and reddish fluid all over his clothes.
And covered in Mikkelbrow.
Yes, covered in Mikkelbrow, not blood, strangely enough. Draco was missing the night before, so she couldn't account for his whereabouts, but was certainly at his office that morning. Following the next logical step, you went to meet with Draco and interrogated him about his whereabouts and his relationship to Zagia, and to another individual who you met afterwards, Angelia the baker, who actually only days after the death of his betrothed, Draco seems have taken a very strong liking to, strangely enough. However, during that evening, Draco invited you all to some kind of meeting or tryst in the forest, if you perhaps wanted to know more. You also eventually spoke to Angelia the baker, who seemed a sort of naive, somewhat inexpert baker, but who seemed overjoyed that she was now the target of Draco's affections. Claudio, however, needing to compile his notes and perhaps get more of his wine, as he likes to call it, went back to the inn while you completed the rest of the day's investigations. As a final stop, you went to the barn to view the bodies of these two deceased individuals. You found that Zagia's body was indeed in a state that seemed to imply that she was crushed by some kind of heavy weight. But Draco was killed not by having
Satori.
Did I say Draco? I meant to say Satori. Yeah. Sorry. Too many S names. Satori was murdered not by having his tongue cut out, but by a somewhat insidious and bitter-smelling poison that smells just like Mikkelbrow. And that's where we left you guys the last time. So, with that said, any questions on what we've discovered so far?
I don't believe so.
Solid. Oh my god, I actually did a decent recap. Holy fuck.
That's a good recap.
Okay.
Good recap. A+.
Thank you.
You get inspiration. You don't.
Star.
You're the DM. No.
I'll hold on to that. Okay. As everybody in chat knows, and Megan, who I think just found out, by the way, chat could, of course, interact by using your channel points to tempt the fates, right? Or the dark powers speak by using a variety of channel points and see what kind of craziness we can inject into their lives. Of course, we also use a variety of additional rules here. We use stress and seeds of fear, as it is Ravenloft. And so if you have anything that you are particularly sort of have an aversion to, and you happen to encounter those kinds of things, well, that could potentially, and you could get a stress point, and that gives you a -1 to everything: attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks. So let's hope that you don't get those mounting stress points, because it only takes a long rest or some kind of restoration spell to make them go bye-bye. That said, let's move you guys to the scene as we know it, and go from there. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are now in the barn. I'll move you a little closer so that everybody can see you. What do you want to do?
I believe the last thing we were doing was examining the bodies, were we not?
That's correct.
And we've determined that Satori was poisoned.
Also correct.
So I suppose... Really, I have two questions at this moment. One, who in this town could make a poison that so closely resembles Meeklebrow? And two, if he was already dead, why on earth cut out his tongue? Is it a symbolic gesture?
I am not quite sure, actually. I'm not super knowledgeable about poisons, so
I mean,
can't really be a lot of help.
But poison aside, the cutting of the tongue, is that something you land dwellers do on a regular basis?
I suppose it would depend on how sadistic you are.
So we're looking for a sadist.
Perhaps. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with this place. It's...
Anyone?
Mikmick, at the moment, trying to move some of the straw away from the grinding wheel so he can actually use it to sharpen his axes. And then he puts his head up to when his name's called. He's like, yeah?
If you wanted someone to make a poison that tasted like the local liquor, who would you speak to?
Alchemist, of course.
Does this town have an alchemist, though?
You have not seen an alchemist's shop, no.
Perhaps an apothecary?
You haven't seen an apothecary, no. The closest you can possibly, think would be... I mean, technically, you haven't noticed anything similar to an apothecary of any kind. There's no medicinal purveyor, I guess you could call it, in town.
That seems odd in and of itself. As far as I can tell, humans need to heal themselves fairly regularly. Is there a brewery, then, where they make this Meeklebrow?
If there is, it certainly doesn't seem to be in town. You would have noticed a brewery almost immediately, because breweries are big honking buildings that need a lot of space.
I mean, we could ask around.
Yes,
Sure.
I suppose we ought to find out where the supply of Meeklebrow comes from. If the poison tastes like it and smells like it and looks like it, then perhaps it's made in the same place?
Sure. Almost as if on cue, you hear a creak at the door, all of you with your... It's just, the door is extremely creaky. There is no way to overcome the creakiness, not to mention that he rolled a really shitty stealth check. And... and hold on, let me just get this guy to pop on screen.
This guy.
This guy, hey!
This guy, not this guy.
This guy, hold on. Where is he? I had him. Hold on. Keep going, guys.
Just have to go through all the tokens.
I might have to go through all the tokens. Hold on 1 second. I know he's at the thing. Where'd the thing?
At the sound of the creak, Moynat steps away from the corpses and towards the door to see who is coming in.
Fair. Totally fair. It's Ivan, but I want to get his token. So give me 1 second.
Which one's Ivan again?
He's the Meister Singer, yo.
The Meister
Ivan.
Meister Singer, Singermeister.
There he is. Okay, let me get him. He's not coming on screen for some fucking reason, so I'm just going to forget about it. And, yeah, we're just going to use our imagination. He's there. Look, can't you see him? I can see him.
He's right there.
Yeah, he's right there.
Put a commoner in.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to draw. I'm just going to draw a little happy face.
There you go.
There. Look, everybody. It's Ivan.
He doesn't look very happy. There you go. Okay, there we go. That's it.
Doesn't Ivan have a hat?
I'm just going to give him a little happy hand wave. He's going to draw hats on him now? Okay, that's fine. There you go. Perfect. Wonderful.
I love it.
His name is Ivan. Hello, my name is Ivan. And
His name was Ivan. He was a Meister.
Okay.
Singermeister.
He pops in and he's like, hello. I'm so glad to see you again. I didn't realize that you were here in the barn. How is your investigation progressing?
Pretty
You're
well,
not looking. You're not looking for us. Why are you in the barn?
I noticed that the door was open and it wasn't before, so I decided to figure out who was inside. Gorgov told me that he saw some people sort of peeking in to the barn. And
Bullshit check.
Sure, go for it. Do a bullshit check.
13. Not great.
Yeah, I mean, you can't tell if he's sort of hiding it or he might be telling the truth.
Oh, the barn was open. We just wanted to check to make sure nobody suspicious was in here.
And we also came to investigate the bodies. This is a murder
Of course,
investigation,
of
is it
course,
not?
absolutely. No, I'm very glad to see it was you, who was the person inside. So, how goes your investigation?
Meister Singer, it's odd. It does seem that the body was doused in Mikkelbrow, which got me wondering, where does the town get its supply of your local elixir?
Well, come to think of it, we do have there are more than just one town here in Kartakar, so we do get our supply of Mikkelbrow in from Harmonia mostly, which is essentially the main, I guess you could call it, burg here in Kartakas. I know you are, of course, not remembering very well, right, Zagia? But I'm just going to refresh your memory.
Zagia was my aunt.
Sorry, Vaska. I get names fucking mixed up all the time.
Well, she's definitely a spitting image of her aunt, isn't she?
Oh, absolutely. The hair, the eyes.
Yes, that painting in the house was quite spectacular. I don't suppose you know who painted it, do you?
I can't say that I do, actually.
Do you have a local artist in town?
Well, unless you count your aunt and Dragika, who are very talented artisans.
No, I mean painters in particular. No one in this town paints?
No, not that I'm aware of, no.
I find that very difficult to believe.
Well, she clearly had it done when you were very young.
Yes. Amazing, then, that the paint wasn't quite dry.
Wasn't quite dry?
No, it wasn't.
That's odd.
Very.
So I ask you again, is there anyone in town who might have had a hand in creating it?
And once again, I answer, I would say no, because I don't know of any painters who are in town that would paint over a painting with fresh paint.
I would like to bullshit check him again, please.
Be my guest.
15. Climbing slowly up
Slowly up that ladder, up that insight ladder. He seems like he's telling the truth. It's hard to read him. He's got, a very trustworthy looking face, but yeah, seems like he's telling the truth.
And Mikmick's just being that guy and just using the grindstone while the ladies are talking.
Yeah, he's up in the corner. Here, let me see if I can sort of like swift over to you. He's over there. He's just like checking out the tools, checking out the stuff.
Sharpening his weapons is fine.
Yeah. Amnestria, what are you up to?
Just listening and involving myself in the conversation here and there.
Okay.
Nothing particular.
Okay, fair enough. Ivan, yeah, he says, as you know, we're having our festival in 2 days. I want to let you know that I am asking around about this Radaga person. Can't say that anyone actually has ever heard of her, or if they have, very sparingly. She didn't spend a lot of time here in town, seems. So, but that doesn't dissuade me. I will find this person.
I'm going to step forward and say, I do hope you understand that we have made an arrangement. If we fulfill our end and you do not fulfill yours, I will be displeased.
Oh, well, I do hope that perhaps doesn't make you any less willing to stay.
I couldn't be possibly any more willing to stay than I already am.
Oh, well, that's wonderful to hear. He smiles.
I smile back.
Well, I'll be off then. I have some final checkups on the festival to be done at the amphitheater, and then if you need me, I'll be at the Grinning Fox Inn, of course, tonight. I hear they're having some kind of drinking contest later this evening.
Oh dear.
Yes.
I'm sure our erstwhile friend will be most interested.
Oh yes, very much, yes. So enjoy the rest of your early evenings, and good luck to you. Yes. And then I will erase the Ivan drawing.
I'll get out of the way so you don't accidentally.
Oh, that's so kind. I want to erase you. It's just drawings. I can get rid of drawings easily. You just go to Roll20 and you just go erase drawing. You go
I got
clear.
rid of his hat.
Bye-bye. Gone.
Astria's just gonna sort of like decide, I don't trust him. Do you trust him? No? Okay.
No, not a bit. Then again, I don't trust anyone in this town. It's so strange.
You can say that again.
Going to look back at Mikmick and say, Tiny one. Don't suppose you can contrive a lock for this door, can you? Feel like allowing the townsfolk to just wander in and out could lead to some difficulty with, well, to be perfectly honest, I don't know. I'm not actually an investigator, but I don't think anyone else should be allowed in here.
Well, I think the door was broken when we broke in.
Very much so, yes.
Crowbar.
Well, can we unbreak it on our way out?
Unbreak my door.
Say you close me again.
Yes.
I mean, we could bar it.
Well, if we barred it from the inside, then we're stuck in here as well. I'd rather have it barred in a way that no one from the outside can get in without us knowing.
Oh my god, so many bar jokes.
I mean, there's a second floor. One of us could go out the window up top and leave that way.
Have we investigated the second floor?
We have not.
Yeah.
Worth having a look?
Yeah, the second floor then.
Okay. Much to your dismay, although you are able to climb the ladder to the second floor of the barn, you find that there's just a lot of hay up there. There's really nothing else up there, just like wooden planks and hay.
I mean, if it wasn't for the rotting corpses here, it wouldn't be a bad place to sleep.
Oh, that's right. There is also I remember you guys were thinking that there was actually a window that you could have like tried to sort of grapple hook your way into getting, but there's an opening.
Yeah, it's
that's it.
like a hole.
Yeah, there's a hole, like a small hole.
Yeah.
We could theoretically bar it from the inside and then grapple our way out,
Mhm,
if necessary.
If you want, we can just make another sign.
Another sign?
Yes, like what was carved into the wood at the inn.
Oh! Like, stay out, or something like that.
That could work.
Hmm?
I don't think it will actually dissuade anyone, but
No, but I suppose if we hammer a few planks across the door, at the very least, if we come back and they're gone, we'll know someone's been inside.
is there a hammer around here?
Oh yeah, there's like a hammer on the what's it called? The
tool bench?
the tool bench. Yeah, there's definitely a hammer. I can see it. I can ping it.
Mhm.
It's right there.
Okay, right next to the scythe.
Yeah.
And the sickle and the shears.
Mm-hmm. Someone had plans for these bodies.
It's a barn.
Yeah, the only thing that Mikmick's a little bit wary about is it seems like there's a place for blacksmithing right next to a pile of straw.
That's not a fire hazard at all.
Nope, definitely
Exactly.
not.
I mean, we can definitely put some planks over the door and close it that way. That's fine too. Are you really that concerned about someone coming in here, though? I mean,
I don't know. I just don't like the idea of anyone else being around those bodies until we figured out what's going on.
Well, I think the Meister singer said that no one else has come in or wants to come in. That hardly anyone knows that they are in the barn.
And yet he just wandered in here.
Because he saw us wandering in.
oh, you weren't exactly stealthy to come in here.
I just don't know if I believe his story. I don't know if he came in here for other reasons that we don't yet understand. And so I think barring the door for the time being is a good idea.
Then let's do that.
Megan, do you have any physical dice at hand?
Yes. Yeah.
Would you do me a favor if you have your character sheet? Because I don't want to show it, because if I show it, then everybody on chat will know who you are and all that kind of jazz.
Mm-hmm.
Grab yourself a d20 and go ahead and roll it for me. I'm going to message you something in Discord.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh, I didn't do my dice audition for today, so this is going to be fun.
Oh.
Such poor planning.
It was poor planning. Oop, and that one's on the floor now, so
Doesn't
I'm just gonna
count.
roll a
Doesn't
second
count.
one. Yep.
This is a great way
I
to
know.
start the stream. Yep. First.
Yep,
Yep.
exactly.
Watch your kitchen fucking nat 20. Guarantee it.
Nope.
What
The
was
one
it?
on the floor
that
was
is-
the nat 20.
No, it is. I got a 5, but I have to look at what you messaged me in
Yeah, I
Discord.
will. But well, now that you got a 5, I
Okay.
have to take a look at your
Yes.
character sheet.
This is why you audition your dice, everyone.
I know. Always audition your dice. Always give them a couple rolls beforehand.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Keep
Megan,
going,
I have
everyone.
to show you. Megan, I have to show you my new dice jail. It's amazing. Okay.
I do have an idea.
Yes.
I just don't know what I would roll for it. Make a simple tripwire at the entrance.
Bye. That could work.
I mean, not attached to anything, but if anybody does come in, they'll trip over this, or they'll break the tripwire, and we'll know if somebody's come in. But I don't know what the role for that would be.
I do like this idea. I'll have to see what our DM says when he's done sending messages.
Mhm. If we're gonna do a tripwire, I think here, here. Not right in the entrance. It seems.
Okay, Megan's character. Please roll another d20.
Okie dokie.
Or even better, since you have your character sheet in front of you, just make a stealth roll.
Let's see.
You can roll directly to the GM. So.
Yes,
Oh.
but then chat will
Oh,
see.
can you? Oh, okay.
Chat will see. They'll know
That's
everything.
That's a 15.
15. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would say then you are stealthy in whatever it is that you do.
Just barely above my passive.
All right.
Okay. The three of you can continue. Apologies.
Yeah.
Ooh, tripwire?
I think Mikmick would bring up, if you want to see if anybody comes in here, we could maybe fashion a tripwire.
I like the way you think, Tiny One.
I mean, we won't attach it to anything. Well, won't attach it to an actual trap, but we
Well, that
may
is a
be able
pity,
to.
but
Yeah,
If we're
I
going to put
think
it.
I see some rope down there that we could use.
by all means, fashion away.
So, DM, what would a roll for that be?
So you're
To
going to
make a
craft
trap.
a trap, yeah?
Yes.
Now, I know that there are actual rules to crafting traps in the Dungeon Master's Guide, but I'm too lazy to look them up. So I'm going to go ahead and make it up on the spot. I'm going to say, do you have proficiency in the tools that you are using to make this trap?
That's the thing. I don't. Is there trap makers tools? But I don't
No.
There
think-
is no trap maker's tools, but if you're sort of fashioning something out of like wood and metal and all that stuff, if you're just sort of doing, then you're not really using tools. You're just using a dexterity check to try to create or craft something, essentially.
I mean, you should. He has Tinker's tools.
Yeah.
He should, as an artificer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I think with an artificer, you have the right tool for the right job too, which
Yes,
is a special
but
thing
it
where
takes an
you
hour.
basically sort of like, yeah, it takes an hour, but you can basically take any tool that you want out of a bag and like go, hey guys, look, I got a nice little tool.
He can craft the tools that he needs.
Correct.
Yes.
But if you're just trying
Currently,
to make a
he's
sort of
got leather workers.
tripwire, this may take probably 15, 20 minutes to set it up, craft it, put it up. You know, this is not like the thing where you just go, oh, look, create tripwire.
Yeah.
I would say it would take 15 minutes at the most to do with your level of expertise. So if you want, you can go ahead and roll a dexterity check.
Okay. Dex check. Where are we? Where are we? Oh, no.
Would
That's a
I
3.
help him?
How do you help him?
Well, if I see he's making a trap, I've spent a great deal of time living off the land, so I imagine I'm probably able to at least hunt for myself.
Okay, I'll give you that one. So he got an 11. I'll give you the opportunity to roll
A
as
3,
well.
actually.
No. If you help after the roll, then it doesn't give you advantage. It's just going to ask her to roll. So you can roll a
No,
dexterity check. as well.
Mikmick's exhausted.
I
So
understand.
skill check's disadvantage. So.
Yeah, it still would be 3 with disadvantage. That's correct.
Yeah.
Is it Dex?
Dexterity check, please. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, there we go with an 18. Yeah. I'd say, yeah. He's. You see the poor little guy. He's working hard. He's sweating. I don't know if you guys sweat, actually, to be honest. You reborn folks. But he's definitely looking down. He's like huffing. He's getting a little frustrated. The things are falling apart in his hands, and he's just looking up at you with these big, gnome. Well, he has only one eye. With his giant gnome eye, just looking at you pleadingly. And then you come over.
Well, I mean, the artificial eye could be like the good old Puss in Boots eye.
It's just like
Like
iris is out.
Wally.
Yes, an iris is out. And Amnestria, you're able to sort of come in there and just go. You just have to make sure that the doohickey is under the Wizzly Watts, and then
Before they're finished, I'm going to step through the door and wait outside.
So it takes about 10-15 minutes actually to make this. But yeah, now you have a tripwire essentially.
Yeah.
What do you want the tripwire to be attached to? And don't say
As,
a gun because god damn it, Mikmick.
Nah, it's not. As I said, it's not attached to a trap. It's just a tripwire.
Okay.
Oh, we can't home alone this?
Damn
Like a
it.
bucket?
A giant hay bale. There's a bunch right here.
Everywhere. Nails everywhere.
Boom, just smacks you. A hay bale smacks you in the face.
Where? So it's
Or
just a
just wrap
wire
around
that they
wire.
would, that if they were to snap it, they
Then
would
we
trip
would know
upon
someone
it,
had been
or
in
it
there.
would. Okay, then you would know someone had
Yeah.
been there. That's easy enough.
Yeah,
to make.
exactly.
Then yeah, I would say probably if that's the case and it's not attached to an actual trap, then
Yeah,
it probably would take you like 5 minutes to do. That's fine.
yeah.
Matt, I just sent you a
Just
question.
a wide
Okay,
that can break.
Cool.
And I'm assuming that we're putting it like right there.
Yeah, basically.
That was my thought too.
Basically where the dynamic lighting finishes, I'm thinking. Or the dynamic lighting starts, I was thinking.
Could you ping it one more time, please? Sorry.
Oh, I drew a line
Oh, you
into
drew
like
a line right
into
there.
the portion of the barn where the
Right
bodies
there.
are.
Okay.
It's a good sign.
Yeah, I made it really bad. Sorry.
Oh wow, that's okay.
I'll erase it.
A lot of rope.
Boop. All right, I get you.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so yeah, you've made a tripwire essentially.
And try and disguise it as best as possible.
I think there's enough hay around that we can make that work.
Yes,
Yeah,
indeed.
superb, amazing. Okay. Anything else you want to do in here?
I don't believe so. At
Okay.
least not for me. Others?
I'm quite okay.
Well, I think Mikmick would have honed his axes, not sharpened them, only honed them.
All right. Your honing is complete.
There's a difference.
I don't even know. Superb. What do you now that your investigation in the barn is complete? Would you like to go someplace else?
What time of day is it?
It's getting towards dark. You see the sun is slowly setting behind the forest.
And where/when are we supposed to meet Draco?
He said at nightfall when the moon was high. And he said in the forest. There's really only one road that leads out to the forest that you can see, and that is the road that you guys came into Amherst.
I actually believe he said he'd meet us at the gate.
Am I wrong? I thought he said if he said it at the gate, then I'll revise that and say that he said that he would meet you at the gate. I thought he said he would meet you in the forest.
I think he did say that, but we told him that's not specific enough.
Oh,
So
okay.
he meet us at the gate.
Yes, that sounds right.
It's not
That sounds like-
specific enough.
That sounds like us.
That's not right.
Oh yeah, so let's go wandering around the forest till we find you, sir. Sure, great idea.
Yeah, no problem. He can meet you at the gate. Would you
Mikmick, are you coming?
Would you like to meet him at the gate, or do you want to do something in between then and now?
On the way to the gate, as we're walking, on our way to wherever we're going, Muadnhait is going to start singing a little song to herself. Let me see. It is a. Alrighty.
Oh, this is one of your bard things. Cool.
I thought these.
Interesting. All right. There once was a lass all the others did fear. They would shrink to the shadows whene'er she came near. For her sword was sharp, almost as sharp as her tongue, and either would tell you your time here was done.
As you leave the barn and start to sing, you do happen to notice that several villagers look at you and like, that's pretty good. Oh, that was really nice. And they sort of like give you like full on like not golf claps, like, oh, that's really nice. Yeah. Oh, that was lovely, miss. That was lovely.
I smile.
One person says, well, that's Vasca for you.
Indeed.
Always surprising.
Good to be back.
Oh, we're so glad to have you back, Zach. I mean, it's Vasca. It's Vasca. Vasca. Yeah, we're so glad to have you back. She sort of elbows him in the ribs. Yeah.
It's good to be back.
Muadnhait, what is your passive perception?
14.
Amnestria, yours?
That's a really good question, but I don't think it's higher than 14.
And Mikmick?
passive perception is 13.
11, actually.
Thank you. I'd say it's high enough for the three of you to notice. There aren't a lot of people around the barn. Except for these two sort of villagers who sort of gave you a clap. In fact, as you left the barn, most of the people who were standing there moved off to other areas, almost as if when you were leaving, they were standing there, and then were sort of, as you left, they moved away upon your exit. What that means, you don't know. I mean, maybe they just didn't like you, or maybe they just, hell, you don't know. But
I'm going to look at the one who was like, "Oh, well, that's Vesca," and say, "Oh, I'm sorry. Were you waiting for us?"
The man looks at the woman. No, we weren't waiting at all. We were just here. And like he takes a sack and he throws it over his shoulder. We were just hauling our wares to the market.
Right.
Check.
Go for it.
11.
He was just hauling his wares to market.
Fuck you, dice.
I don't believe either.
Bards. Okay. Amnestria. You don't believe?
I don't believe.
The thing is,
Must
why not?
believe.
What I'm taking from this 11 is that Moynot doesn't believe him, but she doesn't know why.
Okay. Maybe. I don't think
she feels suspicious, but she can find no foundation for it.
Amnestria, I think, has a greater degree of founded suspicion. This guy is sweating bullets when he looks at the three of you. And the woman is just sort of like tugging on his arm. He is not just lugging his shit to market.
It's rather surprising you're lugging your wares to the market. The sun is going down, don't you think?
Yeah, we don't have a lot of time, do we, honey? No, we don't. We better get out of here. Thank you for reminding us, Vesca. Yes, bye-bye now. And just, runs off.
As they run off, I'm going to clap them.
It is the other way.
Do hope to see you at the festival.
And, you just hear, oh, a festival. Yeah, sure, right.
This town is weird.
Yeah,
you just noticed this?
The people here are indeed
is the other
odd.
direction.
Let me move you all to the map of Amherst, since you are now no longer near the barn. You were sort of in the area, but not specifically near the barn. You're more sort of in the area just of the street, which I think, if I remember correctly, is right here.
Yes.
There we go. And someone wrote ban.
That's barn.
Is that ban?
It's a ban.
It's ban.
That's me. I labeled the important buildings.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so this is
Barn, Furrier, Zagia's house. I forget what T stands for. BK was the baker.
Tavern.
BK is the baker.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Oh,
Tavern.
T is tavern. Okay.
Megan, can you see this map?
I can, yes.
Good. Excellent.
And I actually have a question for the players. When you built this tripwire, did you leave the door open, or do you have to open the door to trip the wire?
The tripwire is partway into the barn. It's from the front room to the room where the bodies are.
Yeah.
Yes,
There's a passageway. I drew it in a blue line.
Yeah.
I don't know if
you
saw
won't
that
trip
or
it
not.
if you open the door.
Because she was not.
Okay, yeah, no, if you will not trip it by opening the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'll tell you in Discord, Matt.
Yeah, you'll tell. Yeah. Suddenly, there's an explosion. The tripwire.
What was that hay bale?
Someone's trying to sharpen again without moving the straw away.
The terrible idea I had was to string one of the bodies up with a straw.
I guess you're gonna have to roll a new character, Megan. Killed by hay bale. Okay. Mikmick, Amnestria, Moynot, you have the whole town at your disposal. What would you like to do?
Oh, the last person we haven't spoken to is the old guard over there.
That's right, Gorgov.
Old Gorgov.
That's right.
And he's near the gate, so I suppose on our way to meet Draco, I wouldn't mind having a chat with him.
Sure, absolutely.
Hey, Gorgoth.
Yeah. Let me see here. Okay. Yeah. He's he's standing by the gate. I'll move you guys actually to the gate map. Yeah,
Where we entered.
where you guys
Oh,
came
yeah.
in the first place. Yeah. So let me move you there, and I'll move Megan's character as well to that area.
Oh, hey, I'm back where I was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're back up there.
Go ahead and move yourself. Probably
I like this. Oh, that's
I'll
okay.
move you off of there.
I like this bench.
I like this. Too
I
bad you're gone. Okay, so there you all are. Megan, I don't think you're on this map, so I don't know if you can see it or not.
I was about to say it disappeared, so hopefully
It did
that
disappear.
was intentional.
That's okay.
Great.
I don't think you need to necessarily be worried about this particular map. We'll just go ahead and, for the sake of argument, have you know that for the theater of mind purposes, they are at the main gate of Amherst, which you have, maybe you have seen, maybe you have not seen. But from your position, you can potentially find out more information by messaging me on Discord till we get into this subterfuge crap. I'm seeing some messages here, so let me deal with them, and then I'll message you in a second. Here we go.
Okay, no worries.
I love this split focus. It's just making my mind go. Okay.
You're welcome.
I promise
Yes.
I'll join them eventually.
Oh, that's nice.
Maybe.
I mean, it's not like it's not
Megan's
like the
just
episode
gonna
is
chase us around forever.
named after your character. Okay, Muadnhait, Amnestria, and Mikmick, you approach Gorgov at the gate. Gorgov at the gate. There he is. There's Gorgov. Look at that guy.
Aw,
Only
he's
if-
like a sad Gandalf without a hat.
Is he? He's got. Is he really? I guess
He's
so.
got a Gandalf beard.
Yeah, he's got kind of a big old Gandalf beard. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you approach, and he has a spear, and as you approach, he says, he sort of wheels, and he's like, "Huh? Hello, what's going on? How can I help you?"
Oh, good evening, Gorgoth.
Good evening.
It's been so long. It's good to see you.
It's been so long. Aska, I can't believe you were just like a little... And like he puts his hand out and then he like drops it down a foot. Like a babe, like a wee babe. And your friends, you now have friends.
Yes.
Amazing. You didn't have any friends when you were younger? Not at all. None.
Yes.
Rather
It was a
sad,
sad
actually.
childhood. Well, you've been the guard of this town as long as I could. How long have you been the guard of the town, Gorgoth?
Oh, long time. Probably, at least 20 years. 20 years, yes. Haven't really needed a lot of help. Amherst doesn't really get a lot of problems except for the occasional wolf incursion, but then all I gotta do is just sort of stick out my spear and go away, and they don't want to be stuck by it, so they just run. Yes.
Or the occasional murder.
Yeah, murder's not my forte, gotta be honest. Not really the sort of investigative, policey type. More the sort of like, hey, wolf, get away type. So, yeah.
I sort of look over my shoulder at Amnestria and Mikmick like, anything?
Hand on forehead. Rub.
Gorgoth, do
Basically,
you
I guess.
remember? Do you remember a woman who may have lived in this town some years ago? Her name. I'm spacing on her name.
Radaga.
Thank you, Radaga.
You're welcome.
It's been a few weeks.
It has.
Been a while. Notes. He says, Radaga. Sort of snaps his fingers. Can't remember a person named Radaga. Gotta be honest. Nope. Doesn't ring a bell.
You spend much time outside of the gates? I was told she dwelt just outside of town.
Yeah, sometimes go out and just in case, just to scare away the wolves. They get too close to Amherst. I gotta sort of, shoo! Get away, you wolf! Bad wolf, bad, don't like you. And then I come back here and make sure that everybody's, safe. Safe, yes.
My, these wolves do sound like a nuisance.
Oh, big nuisance. Yep, big ones sometimes too. All hanging out in the forest, doing awful wolf things. Eating rabbits. And scaring children. And, things that wolves do.
Right. If we were to go out in the woods this evening, should we be worried about the wolves?
Ooh, I don't know why you'd want to do that. That's really not smart. Why you want to go out into the forest? Bad idea.
Oh, well, Draco invited us.
What? Hey,
Draco invited us to the woods. Is that not common?
He's invited a couple of ladies over to his house that I can remember. Your aunt and now there's Angelia, lady. Ooh, there's lots of love in the air. But no, not a whole lot of going out into the forest. Forest is bad for people things.
I think we can handle ourselves.
Okay, well, I guess you don't need me or, my stick or my spear. Then I'll just hang out here and drink my meikle brow and have a good night. Pleasure to talk with you, honestly, really. I mean, you're wonderful conversationalists.
I'm just gonna walk away.
Okay.
My nut's like, this guy's fucking useless. She's gonna go lean against the wall and wait for Draco to show up.
Okay. Amnestria and Mikmick?
I'm gonna walk away too.
Okay.
Just give him a
You
good
look like you're about to say, you're like, no.
Hey, yeah, never mind.
Just sort of looking like she wants to ask a question, then no.
Mikmick? How about you?
Since everybody's gone, he'll actually pipe up at this point and just say, as one old guide to another, seems though through what you've been saying is the wolves don't really fight you that much.
Well, they
You just have to poke a stick at them and they run away.
most of the time, yes, just gotta show them the pointy end and then shoo! Away! Bad wolf. That'll do the trick. It's worked for 20 years.
That is actually quite useful information to have.
Give it a shot. It might work for you as well as it works for me. Personally, I think it's, and he sort of takes his stick and sort of plants it in the ground. He's like, personally, I think it's this. Just the spear thing.
I mean,
they just don't like spears. It's like a native wolf. They don't spear thing. So if you have a spear, give it a shot.
I mean, I would ask you for yours, but...
Well, no, can't do that. Then I'd lose
guy.
every ounce of respect that I have in the whole village. I mean, without the spear, I can't do the shoe. Without the shoe, I can't be the guard, and without the guard, I've lost all purpose in my life.
And the fact that the spear is twice as tall as me.
Oh yeah, completely unwieldy. Bad idea. Super bad.
But yes, I think I'll rejoin Vasca, and I think she's got a date with Draco tonight, so...
But in the forest?
Yeah.
Yeah, Draco, he's been seeing that lady Angelia. Why would he double dip? I mean, unless he's doing the whole, ooh, look at me, I'm dating two ladies at the same time kind of thing. The good old days when I was young.
Yeah. You get away with that when you're young.
Oh, you have no idea the things I could get away with when I was young. Oh, the tales I could tell you, my little friend. Amazing. Amazing.
I mean, we could tell each other those tales of what we got up to in our youth.
Yeah, no, I really wouldn't be interested in the things you're saying. I would be more sort of just listening to myself speak. honestly.
Well, as we always do.
Yeah, hey, some people just are really, really good at it.
Oh yeah, I'll rejoin the girls.
Okay.
Sometimes the girls need protection, as you know.
All right, over to Megan. Megan, do that.
I'm on it. Oh, natural 19
Yeah,
plus 3.
Yeah,
so.
you spot it right away.
Okay.
As soon as you walk
So-
in, you're like,
Oh, do I recognize? Yeah, do I recognize them?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
So that's odd. So now I'm going to go follow the strangers that made a tripwire and left 2 bodies behind. Cause who knows what they're up to?
What the shit? Honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I'll keep that stealth roll that you rolled before.
Okay, great.
Okay. As you wander into the courtyard, you do see them sort of like talking to this guard who you don't really associate with ever. He's just like this old guy who every time you come into town, he's just like talking about a stick and wolves, and you're just like, whatever, I'm done with you. And then one by one, they all sort of walk away and stand by the main gate.
I will stumble my way up to them and go, "Hello, loves."
Okay. It is at that time. Perfect introduction. Let's go. It is at that time that a female sort of after you have done speaking with Gorgov, this well, I guess you could explain what before I drag her token onto the board and have everyone see what she looks like. Tell us, describe your character, what she looks like.
All right, so my character is a human woman in her early 30s. She has long, somewhat scraggly blonde hair that is pulled like half up off of her face. She wears pretty plain, simple clothing. Looks a little tattered, a little worn. And she kind of stumbles a little bit, like she's not the most steady on her feet right now. And she wears a necklace with a silver stone through it. She carries strapped to her back. She carries what looks to be a broom. But if you're like highly perceptive, you'll notice it seems a little too short to be a broom for her for some reason. And she has like a little wineskin at her hip.
Awesome.
And she's
Another
like,
wino.
she's
Replacing one drunk
kinda-
with another.
she's kind of like broad, and she's got broader features a little bit, and like a little bit of laugh lines or crow's feet around the eyes. Like, yeah.
All right, I'm going to bring on her character. Boom. There you go. And that
Can you make it big so we can see it?
is what she looks
Yay.
like.
Nice.
Oh, that's the other one.
Another long-haired lass.
Indeed.
Not as long as mine.
Very few people in this world that will ever have as long hair as you. Okay.
As she stumbles up, does I sort of look at it and say, "Hello"?
Yeah, we've said that, or at least I said that. Did you? Oh, hello. Yes, that's how polite society works, isn't it? Hello. How are you?
Fine.
Good.
Some of us better than others, I think.
Good. Question for the 3 of you, because I think I just saw you come out of that barn over there. Yeah, that was you, right?
And
Well, and I just kind of like look over my shoulder to see who else might be around.
Gorgov is like hanging out behind the main turret of
Okay.
the, but he's like he's not into whatever is happening. He's just
Yeah.
he's just looking around. He's like doing some practice like moves with his spear. He's like, ha, yeah, shoo.
Gonna look over at him for a hot second and just do that like slow nod and then just kind of like lean in to the three of them and stage whisper, but like a little too loud. You know how that goes. She goes, "The one with the dead bodies in it? Did you three
Yes.
do that? I feel like I should just ask it straight out."
No.
No. Then why were you booby trapping it?
Because we're trying to find out who did.
She thinks
And-
about that for a long second, trying to figure out if that makes sense.
And why are you so interested in our activities, if I may ask?
Well, I was just walking along, minding my own business, and then when you suddenly walk by a barn and you start to hear people talk about tripwires, it kind of, triggers the imagination. Just a teeny, small bit.
Bullshit check?
Be my guest.
16.
are
We're
you-
slowly climbing that ladder.
Are you deceiving or are you actually telling the truth?
Oh, I'm telling. Well, that would be a persuasion check, I guess. Against
well,
my persuasion.
Insight is determined if you. She specifically said bullshit checked. So she wanted to
I
know.
see.
Yeah, I want to know if you're telling the truth.
Oh, yeah, 16. Yeah, she's telling the truth. She overheard you talking about tripwires and was like, "What the fuck, man?"
Fair.
And do you always go intruding on the conversations of strangers?
Only when I find them particularly interesting. Also, the three of you don't exactly look like you're from around here. So,
Oh, perhaps you haven't heard. My aunt was recently murdered, and I'm trying to figure out whom.
oh god.
Yes,
By
we
whom?
were-
I hadn't heard that. Who's your aunt? I'm so sorry.
Her name was Zagia. She was the wood carver. That was her body there, along with, her soon-to-be father-in-law.
Wait, the woodcarver's dead?
Zagia, yes?
And that was your aunt?
Yes.
Oh god, I'm really sorry. That's miserable. I don't like losing people.
we were
Well-
we were hired by the Townmaster to figure out exactly who killed them and why.
Well, can't say much about him. He's got delightful tavern. Like, really, the Mikkelbrow there is, mwah, I love it. So wonderful. But he hired you? Are you guys, are you detectives?
In a sense, perhaps.
Well, this is exciting. I've never met a real detective before.
Sorry, are you quite right in the head?
Well, that's probably debatable. But yeah, I think so. You know,
I think you'll fit in quite well around us then.
great. I appreciate that. What are you doing around the gate, though? It's getting dark, and like, it's that once the gates close, you want to be on this side of the gates.
We're meeting someone.
Outside of the gates.
Well, at the gate, presumably, should he show up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would make sense. Because I was about to say, if you're meeting someone outside of the gates and you're detectives that are possibly investigating a couple of murders, I think we might have a suspect there. That's just me. But
Did you just say you're the cause of the murderers?
Did I just say I'm the cause of the murders? No.
Yes.
No, I believe she was saying that we would be suspicious being outside the gate tonight.
I said whoever invited you outside of the gate. Sorry, okay, hold on. Maybe I'm talking a little too fast. This happens sometimes when I've had a drink. So, what I'm going to say is that perhaps the person who invited you, if they invited you to go outside of the gates after dark, would be someone who might not have your best interest at heart. Does that make sense?
Yes, and we're already perfectly aware of that. Thank
Oh,
you.
good. I don't know. Seeing as I've just met you and all, I don't even know your names. Who are you, detectives? Or should I just call you investigators? I can call you investigator, I can call you detective, and I can call you officer? I don't know. I don't know what a third word for detective is. That's a hard one. I'm going to have to think about that.
You can call me Moynot.
Not. It's lovely to meet you. I'm Louisa, and you are?
Me?
Yes, either one of you. Like,
Ah.
I want both of your names. It seems rude to not have them, but
They call me Amnestria.
um, like amnesia, or like a nest, like a bird's nest.
Actually, you're quite right, like amnesia.
Oh, okay, great. All right, Amnestria. Okay, and you?
I am not participating in this communication, but, well, you should just call me Mikmick.
All right. Did I do something to offend?
No, the
Ah.
tiny one doesn't often speak with strangers. It is his way.
Oh, okay. I see. Again, I'm sorry. This is probably my fault. Although, you are the ones that have hidden 2 dead bodies behind a barn door with a tripwire. But again,
We
I'm
didn't.
Louisa. Oh no?
We didn't leave them there. They were there when
Well,
we
then
went in the barn, and they were there.
who left them there?
The
That's what we're
townsfolk who
trying to find
found
out.
them.
Who
That's
is
where
it?
they've been keeping the bodies until they inter them, I assume.
That's what that smell's been.
It's not your breath, by the way.
Oh, thank you. That's the nicest thing anyone has said to me in a while. I do appreciate that.
Let me ask you,
Mm-hmm.
you're clearly not from this village. What are you
No.
doing here?
Same as anybody else. Trying to get back home.
Which is...
It is at that point in time where, sidling up to the 4 of you is a rather handsome man. Long, dark hair. I would say probably 6 foot, 6'1", something like that. You've seen him around, Louisa. This is Draco. Draco Kojina. You've heard about this guy, but you haven't actually ever spoken to him. But yeah, that's Draco. Let me bring him on board here so we can have him come on over. There he is. Boom. There's our good handsome friend Draco. And he he comes over to you and sort of sidles up, probably pretty close to you, I think, Louisa. Sort of not like overly close, not like weird close, but just sort of like within maybe 2 or 3 feet, and says, "Oh, hello, Louisa.
Oh, hello. She just kind of like straightens her hair a little.
Do you know our esteemed guests and, of course, Vasca?
We have just met, and she gives a little strange look at the name Vesca. Like, what? That's
And I
no.
just smile and wave.
Oh, yes, right. I had forgotten her name. So yeah, we were just getting to know each other.
Very hard to
That's
forget
okay.
someone who's come back to us after such a long time. Don't you agree, Louisa?
Right.
Oh, that's right. You're not. You're from out. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. You don't know. I'm so sorry. My fault entirely.
Happens all the time. She just
So
smiles a tight little smile at him. So
yeah, he smiles like one of these kind of like, and then like moves like past you like 2 seconds afterwards and moves over to Muadnhait and says, "Well, I see that you decided to take me up on my offer."
Well, your offer was a bit too tempting to refuse, I'm afraid. I hope you don't mind that I brought my friends.
Oh no, the more the merrier.
That's what I always say.
Indeed. Well, I hope you're not averse to taking a walk in the deep dark forest. Ooh.
I mean, I
I'm
think it
not.
would be quite good to actually see the forest with someone who actually knows it.
Oh,
This town.
yeah. Listen, knowing how to navigate the forest is the easiest way sometimes to do your job. And in my case, that would be hunting. So it
I
comes
think you'll
naturally
find
to me to do so.
I think you'll find I'm quite adept in the dark.
And that's good to hear. We don't want anybody stumbling over themselves in the dark, do we?
I don't think that will be a problem.
Amazing. Glad to hear it.
She's very confident.
I can see that. I like that in a woman. And he just like stares at you, Muadnhait. Unblinking.
I give him a super fucking charming smile.
He looks over at you, Amnestria, and he says, "So, more than happy to have you come with." Looks down at Mikmick. I guess he can come too, sure. Takes all kinds. Then sort of looks back at Louisa. I don't know if you're interested.
you know, I am finding many interesting things happening tonight, so why the hell not? Thank you for the invitation. It's only taken like 7 years.
Well, maybe when we get back, I can buy you a drink.
Oh, well, maybe. We'll have to see. We'll also have to see if you can keep up with me, darling.
I can keep up with a lot of things.
Challenge accepted.
Okay, well, after you. And he sort of like motions towards the road to the forest.
I believe you're the one who knows where we're going.
Oh, don't worry, I won't be too far behind. I just thought that you might want to take a, ladies first and all.
Please don't stand on ceremony. Lead the way.
Fair.
I insist.
Oh, no, I completely understand. And he steps out in front of the four of you and begins to walk, not briskly, sort of sauntering down the road towards the forest.
Like, keep up with him.
Mikmick's going to bring up the rear.
I let Amnestria stay closer, but I maintain a pretty close distance as well. I'd say, within 10 feet of him.
Okay. He looks back and he says, before leaving the village, he says, You had a fourth with you, though. Your tall, pale, thin friend.
Oh, he has a
Louisa starts to raise her hand and then goes, "Oh, no, not me then, okay."
He has a tendency to wander off as he sees fit. If he cares to join us, he can follow. I have no doubt he could find us.
If he's not lost in the tavern already.
Lost in the bottom of a wine bottle, more like.
Oh, a
It's a
drink or
good
two,
place
huh?
to get lost.
Well, we all have our vices, don't we?
I kind of give him a slightly toothier than necessary smile and say, "Indeed we do."
Just a quick question out of characters. Louisa is human, right?
She is, yes.
Okay, so she can't see in the dark.
Cannot at all.
Okay.
So she's sticking to close to whatever light source, if there is any, we have.
Going into the forest as befits him, because he is human. Draco does, in fact, sort of bring a lantern with him. So he is lighting the way with a lantern.
Wanted to go check that.
What was that, Mikmick? Sorry.
Because I could just use a cantrip if he didn't have a torch, but
Oh, yeah, no, he brings a hooded lantern with him.
Yeah.
As the night comes apace.
I
And so...
really get one of those.
Yeah, they're really nice. I will now move you away from this map to the map of Carticus, which is hopefully a map that all of you can see.
Louisa, was it?
Yes.
Would you like a torch? I don't really need them myself.
Oh, I mean, if you're offering, I'd rarely say no to things. So,
Sure.
thank you. So, she
Give
takes
her
a
a torch.
Thank you.
Yeah, as you take the torch, and I don't know if you light it or not, I assume that you do. Draco sort of looks back at you, Luis, and says, "Well, we don't want too much light. It ruins the atmosphere. Don't you agree?"
Do I agree? I don't really know. It seems a little weird that you're the only other human here, right?
Correct.
yeah.
You look at Amnestria, she looks human.
Oh,
Mikmick is certainly
sorry.
not.
Sorry.
Unless, actually, now that I come to think of it, Amnestria, do you keep your hair over your...
He is.
For the most part, yes.
Okay.
And her hood is up, so
Yeah,
if you
so
look
she could
closely,
pass
you
as
can-
human, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why
I
not?
think why not,
Decidedly
probably.
not.
Nope, she has horns, like big ol' horns coming out of the back of her head. Like a
And Mikmick's short.
like a crown.
I have a crown of horns, yes.
Nice. Nice.
I think Mikmick's the only one that doesn't look human.
Not at all. Not even
No.
close. He's got all
Mikmick
kinds
doesn't look
of...
human, and why not doesn't look human.
No, he's got like robot shit coming out of everywhere and wearing like an armor suit that like comes out of his body. So no.
I will just look at Draco and say, darling, you and I both know that there's a lot in these woods that can kill us, and I'd rather see what's coming when I die.
You want them to see you easier?
Not necessarily, but... That's
Oh,
a
enough.
good point.
Enough talk of death. Take us to what you need us to see, please.
Well, we're all walking and we're talking. I thought that I just might make conversation so it doesn't seem awkward.
Too late for that.
And nothing about this is awkward.
This isn't in my top 10, I don't think.
All right. So
I don't understand what you mean by awkward.
Okay, Morticia Adams. Yeah, he takes you deep into the forest, essentially. I mean, he's walking and talking. You guys walk for approximately, I would say, 20, 25 minutes down the road. The lights from Amherst subside. So you are now bathed only in the light from your torch, Louisa.
Yeah.
And his lantern. And as he's talking... Sorry, as he's walking, he asks you questions about yourselves. that he didn't get to ask you during your interrogation of him. Things like, where did you, the rest of you, Amnestria and Mikmick, where did you come from? How did you meet Vasca? Etc., etc., etc. How do you like Amherst? Do you have any questions for him? About Amherst, the surrounding towns, Cartacus, etc.
No.
I've never been to Cartacus. Aside from the Miko Brow, is your home more famous for anything else? Is there anything else we should know about?
Well, I mean, it's worthwhile noting that we are very vibrant people. We have quite a lot of vigor and vitality in us, and a lot of, I would say, artistic tendencies. Some of us are very, I guess you could call us, people who wouldn't, be afraid to show their inner selves.
Do any of you paint?
Can't say that I know any painters, no.
No.
There was such a beautiful painting in my aunt's house, but I was so young when it was taken that I don't remember who painted it. I don't suppose you do.
No. Sorry.
That is unfortunate.
I do have a question, actually. You said that you're artists of sorts. I mean, I know that you trap the animals, but do you practice taxidermy?
If required, yes. Most of the people around here, however, are much more inclined to utilize the furs in more pedestrian methods, more akin to clothing, etc., rather than keeping their kills as trophies. And he just sort of stares at you, Amnestria.
I look his way, just sort of raise an eyebrow and then nod. Alright.
Awkward.
He looks over at you, Louisa, and says, "What's awkward about that?"
There's just so much that's always awkward in my mind. If y'all didn't mean it as awkward, then, continue.
Are you all right?
Me? Oh yeah, I'm
He
fine.
comes in real close and sort of like puts his nose like in your general vicinity and just he sort of goes, "How many Mikkelbrow have you had today?"
Don't think that's a question that you politely ask a lady in society.
I'm just caring for your well-being. Wouldn't want to see you stumble and fall while we're in the forest.
That's why she has the torch, obviously.
Obviously. I have good balance. She trips immediately.
Oh, please. No, please. And he like
no.
he like offers a hand. He's like, "Oh, no, please." And he just like reaches out his hand. Louisa, make a perception check.
Okay.
Now you can do it in Roll20. Ha-ha!
Yay!
As this is happening, I cast a message and I say to Amnestria, well, she's laying it on a bit thick, don't you think?
Did I only send that to you somehow?
I don't think you did at all, actually. I don't think you clicked on anything because I don't see anything in Roll20.
I've got, oh man, that's sad because what I'm seeing is perception 20 and 20.
Oh,
So
no!
That's so
Picture.
sad. Yeah, right?
Take a
Like,
screenshot!
Yes, for sure. Wait, where did it go? Here. Hold on.
We'll figure out why your rolls aren't coming in a Roll20.
I don't know. Here, I will.
You are doing them in Roll20, I assume, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Just making sure.
Yep.
Amnestria would respond, I don't know, I kind of like her. It's refreshing.
Oh shit!
just-
It really did. Yeah, that's very funny. It is a 20 and a 20, non-natural,
Yeah.
but yes, I will take
Yes.
those. Nice job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What did I do?
Don't know. It says 2 GM, but yet it did not come through.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
Do a couple more. Either that or refresher roll 20. Maybe there's some problems with
okay.
it. But yeah,
Maybe.
when you take his hand,
Kitty was just murdering my hand a second ago.
that's
Hi.
okay. Cats. Louisa, when you take his hand, you find that his palm is very rough, very calloused.
Okay.
But something you didn't notice until you've taken his hand, because you've never touched actually him before, is that he has little hairs in his palm.
Okay. Would I know what that means?
I guess you could make a nature check or
Okay.
a weird check.
Weird check. Yeah, what's the vibe on this?
Monster of the Week has a weird check, actually. It is,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right. Character sheet is coming back up. All right, let's try this again. Nature, you said?
Yes, please.
Okay, let's see if this one goes through. I heard it.
I heard it too.
It's
It's
still,
I heard it
Okay.
too, but I'm not seeing it either.
yeah, so it's still only going to the GM for some reason, but apparently not going to you at all. It's
me
it's an
think.
18.
I believe you. I
Okay.
trust you implicitly.
Thank
Sorry that this is. Oh, there we go. Now that's finally friggin' coming through. Okay.
Okay.
To you, not to us.
Yeah.
It's probably under the gear in her sheet. It probably has her
Let me
roll set
fix
to
that.
whisper.
That's actually quite easy to fix. I will fix
Okay.
that. Right, meow. But I do see them coming through to me and not to you.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
So an 18. No one you have ever seen it or experienced in your life,
Okay.
present or past, has ever had hairs in their palms.
Okay. She just kind of pulls her hand back and... Thank you.
My pleasure.
And just kind of falls back a step and just kind of keeps a close eye out.
Sure thing.
Because she does not know what is going on.
Okay. I think there we go. Always whisper rolls, never whisper rolls.
There you go.
Fixed. Try a couple of rolls here, Louisa. Let's see if these come through.
Okay. Let us see. Oh, hold on.
Anything. I don't care. An attack roll. A perception roll.
Here we go.
Attack him.
Thank
I've
you.
tried acrobatics.
There you go.
They
Now
have
we
There we
come
go.
through.
Okay.
You've succeeded against the machine.
Excellent.
Awesome.
She does a cartwheel.
She falls again.
Yeah, she falls again. It was a 12. It wasn't anything
Yep.
spectacular. He says, it's not too far. There's a spectacular view of the whole valley. If we just... And he sort of just offers you a pointer. He said, like, just take care, if you don't mind.
I do hope you brought us out here for more than just a view.
Oh,
How-
for certain.
If we have lights, how dark is it?
I would say dim light within the nimbus of his lantern, bright light for 20 feet, and then another 20 feet of dim light. Same thing for your torch, Louisa.
And is there moonlight?
There is, for certain, yeah. The moon is quite full. So it's, I would say, visible through the trees, although sparingly. So, let me just check something here. What do you guys want to do whilst he's bringing you further into the forest?
Moynat is just kind of keeping her eyes out because she doesn't trust this fucker at all.
Fair. Totally
Yeah.
fair.
pretty much Mick's doing the same thing, keeping an eye out, making sure there's not going to be jumped or anything. But keeping a closer eye on our erstwhile tour guide.
Okay. Sure.
Does Louisa look at any? Does she look concerned or anything about being in the woods at night? She was pretty specific not to be outside the gate at night.
Oh, she is nervous, trying to hide it a little bit, and in fact, when you're watching, she takes her wineskin and takes a tiny little nip as if trying to gird her loins. So
Amnestria would keep an eye on her then, just to make sure she's doing okay.
Okay. About 10 minutes from your last sort of check, Draco sort of stops in the road because the road has actually turned from a paved road into a gravel road, one that seems not very well tended to. And he says, "It's just a little past here. It's a little bit of a hike. Sorry."
Please lead the way.
Okay. He leads the way to what seems to be a very interesting sort of, though beautiful, road that you can just see sort of over the edge of the road. It looks down into probably from your position, 100 feet perhaps down the road, to a river that flows through the forest from northwest to southeast. And then he says, almost as if in a trance, he says, "I loved this place when I was a boy."
why?
It brought me such great peace.
Why?
I just liked the sound of the river and gave me time to think about what I wanted to do with my life.
But
Louisa
not
audibly
anymore.
keeps herself from asking why again.
As Moyna looks and says, but not anymore.
No, I've found my gift.
As a Feria?
Yes. So
You
much.
don't seem that enthused by your job.
It's... He sort of like licks his lips a little bit and says, "There's so much that I want to share with everyone. So many choices to make. So little time. But I think..." And he points a finger at you, Muadnhait, and he says, "I think you can help with that."
Oh. How is that?
You have been away from this village for such a long time. Tell me, what is it like outside?
Well, that depends entirely upon where you go.
I have been told that my talents can take me many places.
Oh. And how is that? Have your talents taught you to travel beyond the mists?
I did not know that you had traveled beyond the mists, Vaska.
I have done many things that you do not know of.
As have
After
I.
all, it has been quite some time.
I wish to hear so much.
Hmm. And
There
perhaps
are... No, please, I apologize. I interrupted you.
I was simply going to say perhaps I will share it with you, but first, you brought us out here to show us something, that would explain what happened to my aunt. So
Well,
far, all I see are trees and a river.
I have something to confess. I do not have knowledge of what it is that happened to your aunt. But I have come because I wish to commune with one who I believe is my true mate. And his eyes are just piercing right through you, or not. Someone who has been beyond the veil. Someone who can bring me beyond the veil, bring my talents beyond the veil, as Harkon has told me that I would be able to.
As who has told you?
Harkon. You know of Harkon. He sort of like furrows his brow. Harkon Lucas, yes?
You'll have to forgive me. It has been many years.
Make a deception check with disadvantage. Why not?
Okay. 19?
Hot damn!
Buds.
Fucking buds.
Nice.
He says, time has done much to your memory, Vasca. To forget of Harkon Lucas, the Lord of Kartakas.
You are correct. There are many things about Kartakas I chose to forget, and I suppose that Harkon was one of them.
I would never. He has given me so much. He has given me gifts beyond those of the average, everyday man.
Has he now?
He encourages my talents, much more so than those within Amherst. Those without life in them.
The people of Amherst have no life within them.
They have tried, but they fail constantly.
Oh, what's important is that they keep trying, is it not?
If you have no talent, then it will be utter failure.
I suppose it depends on what your point of view is, doesn't it?
Everything depends on your point of view. Mine is that I desire to leave this place, and I cannot do so without help.
And what's in it for us if we help you leave this place?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I do apologize. I did not realize that Vasca was unable to leave without you.
Who said she cannot leave without me? Just saying I can leave as well. Ask him, the tiny one.
Looks over at Mikmick. Gnome.
Mikmick's just giving him the side eye at the moment.
You have the gift to leave this place as well.
Not on command.
Well, if the three of you are able to leave, then I guess I will be more than happy to accompany you.
I'm sorry, did anyone say you were invited?
He looks up at you and says, now come now, we need not be enemies.
Nor need we be friends.
You misunderstand. And he sort of unbuckles, like, the thing at the top of his shirt. Almost in a sort of slightly sexual, although somewhat aggressive way. He just says, you misunderstand. I need to leave. You need to show me how to leave this place.
I don't need to give you anything.
He steps within like a foot of you, Muadnhait, and he says, Vasca, if you reject me, then you reject the nature of this place. Are you rejecting me?
I'm going to smile. And as I do, my mouth is going to grow wide. And water is going to begin pouring from my skin and my hair
Jesus.
as my teeth grow longer and sharper. And a small blue light begins to orbit my head.
What the fuck?
Bullet red.
And I am going to smile as I grow a little bit taller than him. And smile and say through my overly sharp teeth, I am not Vasca.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
His eyes grow wide. Louisa, you watch, like, Muadnhait do this? What is your reaction? I think, Amnestria, you probably have seen this. And Miss Mikmick, I think you guys watched, you watched her do this shit in the Red Widow Theater.
No, we didn't.
You didn't see that at
She
Red Widow
was
Theater?
in a different room.
Oh, shit.
They were in a different room. They haven't seen this before.
Okay.
None of them have seen this before.
Hey, first time for everything. Three of you are kind of like,
Louisa just grabs her broom and is like, the fuck?
Amnestria is gonna back up towards. She's gonna back up towards Louisa.
Okay.
She's going to raise an arm, to tell her to hold a hand on her rapier, and just wait. But she's watching.
Okay, so
Mikmick moves actually closer.
let me, yeah, I like.
Of course he does.
Let me move you guys to where you guys are. Oh, I forgot to bring our friend Louisa onto the board. How could I forget? There we go. There's Louisa. So there you all are. I say Shreko is probably pretty close to you, actually, at this point.
I was going to say, I'm literally in his face.
Yeah, that's more like it.
So,
Yeah. All
yeah,
right. Let me
I'm all up in Draco's biz.
Let me
Draco,
zoom out so that everybody in the audience can see what's going on here. And Draco like looks at you as you do this, and like at first he's like sort of taken aback. He's so you are not Vasca, yes. You smell of power. And then his voice like deepens and he says, I like this. And then his hand splays out, and as it does so, his fingers extend, and you hear like the sickening crunch of bones and sinews as fingernails the size of probably like 3 or 4 inches start to like just issue forth from his fingers. And in fact, I've got some sound effects here, folks, so here we go.
Oh,
Let's go. Here we
is
go.
this pulled from American Werewolf in London?
This is here we go.
Oh,
His shirt tears open. He screams in pain. You see his face begins to sort of extend and his eyes grow wide. His teeth start to grow like inches, and just hair sprouts everywhere. And before you stands a 6.5-foot tall creature with the head of a wolf.
Fucking knew it. It's a whole goddamn time.
And
I
he-
knew
A
it.
werewolf.
Raises his muzzle to the moonlit sky and howls. "Arroo!" And as he does so, you hear multiple howls coming
dear.
through the forest.
That's good.
And that's where
That's
we're going
a
to
lot.
take our break.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to ask if during the transformation we could try and push him out of the way.
I think we're going to have to do that during initiative.
Fair enough.
But yes, that sounds like a great plan of action, sir. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Okay, let's take a 7-minute break. How does that work with everybody? Yeah.
7 is good.
7. All right, cool. We'll be back in 7 minutes, folks. Don't go anywhere. Sorry, I'm an awful person. Goodbye. I'll be sitting in the car. Okay, we're back. Dum. Werewolf. Who knew? I probably Sarah. I'm just guessing. Just guess Sarah.
Oh,
yeah. Maybe most of you. I don't know.
I knew.
You knew, but you just were like,
Louisa.
Oh,
did.
no, because I don't know if you remember. It was like several sessions ago.
I did notice
that-
you were like, he's probably a werewolf.
Oh, no, several sessions ago, I was like, okay, so player Sarah is pretty sure he's a werewolf, but I need to know if Moynat even knows werewolves exist, so what do I roll for that?
Yeah.
And you had me roll, and I botched it. I'm like, she's got no fucking clue. Okay,
None.
and on we go.
Zero.
I didn't.
Zero
So
knowledge
I've been
of said
trying.
werewolves.
I've been trying very hard. Like she still doesn't trust him,
Of course not.
but she didn't know he was like
But
I knew she didn't know.
I think Amnestria. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. That you knew. I mean, I don't think you know. Did you know? I don't even know. Did you know?
I didn't know he was a werewolf,
Right,
but
right.
I had the song
Suspicions.
that
The
they
song-
sang. I
Yeah, the song
Yeah.
kind of gives it away.
from my own.
I think it was after the song that Moynat made that check and failed it. So I was like, all right, the dice tell the story.
The
Like she
song.
doesn't. She's got no idea.
Fair. Okay. In the words, immortal words of Arnold Schwarzenegger, enough talk. Come on, let's do it. All right. So, with that said, you guys have done this before. Let's just go ahead and roll initiative. Shit, let's go. Let's get some music.
Oh
in
fuck
Yeah,
my
make-
life!
here. Okay.
Well, you might get to shove it, Mikmick.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Did mine not show
You're
up?
not the
Ugh.
worst.
Let's see. Did yours show up, Maeve? No, yours did not show up, but you got a 10. So I will
Add
add
it
your.
again. Oh, okay.
Click your token.
10 marks.
I got you. Boom.
I did click my token though.
Well, damn it. Click it harder.
I had it highlighted and everything.
God
That's
damn it.
okay.
All right. So, Mikmick, you do actually get to go first with a 20 on your
Yeah.
initiative. So
Nice.
I'm assuming you will perform said shove.
Yes. What would I need to do a shove? Is that an action, by
A
the way?
shove is an action, yes. So that is your strength versus his. It is a contest.
Oh dear.
Okay. Just a strength check.
Yes, please.
At
It's athletics.
disadvantage.
It's athletics.
Oh, athletics at disadvantage because of exhaustion.
Mm-hmm. So that's a
13.
13. Here we
Plus
go.
3.
It's a good roll too, man.
Plus 3.
You get 3 plus because of.
Because of my second infusion, which is arcane armor, which allows me to use my intelligence modifier to add to any strength checks.
Oh,
Nice.
That's awesome. So does that mean that? Okay. So you got an 11 on the die. So instead of 2, is that a 14 or a 13, or is that a 16 total?
16 total.
Okay, cool, awesome.
Nice.
Here we go.
So it just adds 3.
Well, he rolled a 14, so you have shoved him in mid-transformation, and I think a shove attack moves him either. I think it shoves him prone.
Mm-hmm.
If I
Nice.
remember, shove attack. I think I'm not going to do any Google searching, but I'm pretty sure a shove attack will knock him prone, which will give you advantage on any attacks.
Nice.
So he is prone-ified. That is your action.
I thought it means push him away, but anyway.
I think you can.
Prone is better. Give us advantage. Prone is better. He's at the end of the turn order.
I think you can do either. From what I remember, you can either shove him 5 feet away, or you can knock him prone.
Because the intention was to shove him away.
Okay, if your intention was to shove him away, let me just do a quick shove attack check.
Yep.
Let's say, because honestly, prone is better since he goes after all of us. That gives all of us advantage on attacks against him.
Yeah,
Yep.
shove can be there. Yeah, I was right. So you can use to knock a target prone or push a target away. You can only shove attack that is no more than one size larger than you. You're lucky you're small and he's medium. We're good with that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to check. Is where
You can knock him 5 feet away.
Size large. Yeah.
Yep. So you want to shove him 5 feet away or knock him prone?
I was intending shove him away.
Then
because
shoving him away
he was
is what you
getting
do.
a little bit too close to Muadnhait. So.
Absolutely. So he's not prone. He's 5 feet away. Boom. Done. All right. Any bonus action, Mikmick?
No bonus action. Nope.
Okay. Amnestria, you're up.
Well, I am gonna use. Where would be my bonus action?
Oh, but we did get a Taroka redemption.
Ooh.
So we'll go through that in a second. Let's go through this round, and then we'll see who that's for. And yes, Louisa, you have gotten your first Tempt the Fates Taroka card.
Ooh.
So we'll,
Thank you.
You know what? We'll wait for her turn to come up, and then we'll pull the card.
Or are you not linking?
All
Okay.
right, there we go. Amnestria. Looks like you did your
Can I
right.
cast Right at the Dawn
Yes. All right.
on my rapier.
Cool beans. I'm loving it. All right. Do you want to do your damage, meow?
I do, but I want to shoot it with my crossbow instead.
Okay.
Is that still a +1?
Yes, because of that. Okay. That's a total of 11 to hit, correct?
Yeah, I believe so.
Because of the 10 plus 1. That will hit.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Who knew? Werewolves,
Take my
man.
damage. Oh, also, wait.
So you take
It's,
damage, and
I
the creature
do-
also takes damage.
I get to roll a d4 for my damage, and then
Yes,
a d4
that's
for
correct.
his damage, I believe.
That's correct. So
That's
you take
fine.
3 damage,
Yes, he is.
and he takes 2 additional radiant damage.
Nice.
So a total of 9 damage. And it's magical damage because of
It is
your
indeed.
Right of the Dawn. Amazing. Yeah, your arrow, like, it just...
Oh, actually, I'm only allowed to cast Raid of the Dawn on one weapon at a time. I cast on the rapier, but the hand crossbow is magical because of Mikmick's infusion.
Okay, so the Right of the Dawn is cast as a...
Oh, yeah. So don't add in the +2 then.
Done.
Sorry.
So, okay, fair enough. Thank you. So only 7 damage.
Correct.
Got it. Fantastic. Loving it. Anything else, Amnestria?
No, that's me.
Why
That's all.
not? 'Tis your turn.
All right. Moynard is remembering from past mistakes and is going to do this at the beginning of combat. Mirror image.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like we have a good token for it. I'm just trying to find the one we use.
I think it's the one that's like got like...
There it is.
Yes,
The 3 little guys.
the 3 little guys.
And I'll take one step away from the group and stand there with my mirror images. And I don't have any bonus action cantrips, so that is my turn.
Cool beans. All right, Louisa, it is your turn now. But before we do that, let's go ahead and pull a card. Let's drop out some common Taroka cards here, and let's see
Okay.
what comes out. Now, when we do these, this is your first time doing this with us. So when we do
Yes.
these, depending on the card, something may manifest either psychically or physically, depending on the
Okay.
card that's pulled. You will have then the choice, based on the encounter, which takes, very short period of time, either in this sort of psychic dream space or in your own mind, to make a choice as to whether or not you accept this card. If you
Okay.
accept the card, the boon, or the good side, of this particular card's effects will take place. And then the card will be put back into the deck and become cursed. And if it is drawn again on whoever, then the cursed version of that card will take place.
How much of a chaos gremlin do I want to be?
That is your choice.
It totally depends. Most of us take it.
Exactly.
I turned my last one down only because it would have served no purpose for me at that point in time. So I was like, it's pointless to take it. Let's send it back.
Send it back. Give me another one. But here we go. This could be a cursed card right now. We don't know. Here we go. Let's draw a card and let's see what you get. Boop.
So I just click. Oh.
Oh, you don't need to do nothing. I draw.
I do nothing.
He do the work.
I do the work.
Perfect.
All right. So this is the Swashbuckler. I'm going to see if we actually pulled the Swashbuckler before. For those of you at home, that's what this. Oh, look at that black eyes. Jesus.
Why does it feel? It feels vaguely familiar. I'm like, have we had this one before?
I will find out right now when we look at the Taroka deck. Let's see. Did we pull the Swashbuckler before? Did we pull the Swashbuckler? No, we did not pull the Swashbuckler.
Okay, good.
Okay. Interesting. This is cool. I like this one. As your blood pulses through your veins and you pull your broom off your back, Louisa, you feel the sort of rush of adrenaline surge through you. And instead of the flight response, your fight response just like pulls up within your very heart, which pounds with fury as you're like, I'm gonna kick this fucking guy's ass. And you can choose to accept this feeling of sort of fury and danger within you, and become even more deft and swift than you normally are. If you choose to take on the Swashbuckler, for the next 24 hours, you will have advantage on all dexterity saving throws.
Oh. For the next 24 hours?
That's correct.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Done. It is now
Let's take it.
taken. You have become swashbuckled, and the card goes back into the deck and has become cursed. It is now your turn. What do you wish to do?
I wish to. I'm just pretty much gonna move using like my 40 feet. I think that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah. I'm gonna go over here so that we're not all bunched up.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's going to run and like look like she's stumbling a little bit and like get into his range essentially. And then right as she approaches that point where he thinks the attack might be coming from, it's like she trips. And she spins around until she gets to the other side, where suddenly he's not exactly looking, and she's like, "Oh, now I'm over here," and she bashes him with her broom, which is actually her quarterstaff. So
amazing.
I'm going to, and then I guess she'll drop the torch.
Okay.
Yeah, but she'll just do it.
Oof. Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, great.
With a 23? Hell yeah. All
yeah. Right. Okay. And so then while she, as her bonus action then, she's going to spend a key point, and she is going to just lose the broom behind her and just flurry of blows.
Okay.
So just both of her fists comes up and she plants
Let's do it.
2 on him. So that would be... This is the first.
That will hit with a 21.
Great. This is the second.
And that will hit with a 13.
Great.
So do you want to hear the good news or the bad news?
Oh dear.
Let's start with the bad news.
Okay, the bad news is you whap him real hard. Like harder than probably you can remember hitting someone in a very, very long time, Louisa. You hit this guy square in the jaw. And then come in and swivel around just like your master taught you, and bam, bam, like full on, like Sifu mode. You've gone into full on Sifu mode, and just kidney punch, and your fists come away, and you're like, yes, and you look at this creature, and he looks down at you like...
On magical talent.
And it does not do any damage at all.
Shoot.
Yeah.
All of them?
All of them. Unless your broom is magical, and your fists.
Nope.
Then unfortunately, it takes no damage. That's the bad news. The good news is, you look like a fucking star.
Amazing.
And everyone is like, what the huh?
In that case, as a part of her flurry of blows, she gets to take the disengage action for free.
Yes,
so
she does.
she's gonna get the fuck out of dodge, and she's just gonna go.
Mhm.
That's a problem. That did nothing. And she gains an extra 10 feet.
Yep.
So she's gonna go really far away.
Yep. Fair. Whoa, bye-bye.
Maybe not that far.
Yeah.
Maybe not that far. Maybe we'll stay there.
Okay,
But
that's cool. That's cool. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
I got nothing without that.
Eek. Oh, man.
Yeah.
So sorry. Yeah. Sorry for your first comment being like, yeah, I got nothing. Shit. But hey, that's werewolves, man. All right.
Yep.
That's okay. So that is Louisa's turn. Shit. It's Draco. We're all about the Draco.
Oh boy.
Who hit him the hardest? Well, who hit him at all?
I've hit him.
Yeah, you hit him.
And I've pushed him.
That's right.
Hit, push, damage. It's all about the damage. It's all about the damagements. All right. Draco just wanders in like, and just like comes in real like too close for comfort to you, Amnestria, and will take 2 attacks. One with its bite.
I'm not intimidated by this man.
He's not a man. And one with its claws. Here comes the bite. The bite is a 7 to hit.
That is a miss.
That is a miss.
I'm
And
just gonna glare up at him.
yeah, like as his bite comes in, it's just like your head just like moves out the way, and he just bites nothing but air. And then the claws, a 12 to hit.
That is a miss.
Fuck my life. It just, ineffective. No damage. 0 damage. That is his turn. Mikmick, it is your turn.
Okay. Okay. Let's see what I can do. Let's see. To make a ranged attack at point blank is disadvantaged.
That is correct.
But if I were to get like 10 feet away,
If
wouldn't
you were
be
to get 10,
disadvantage,
if you
or-
were to get 5 feet away,
Okay.
if you move 5 feet away from him, you can get a range shot without a disadvantage.
Okay. Well, I'm going to get Mikmick to move up closer to our
Okay. When you
punchy
move,
friend.
absolutely. As you sort of like dodge out and sort of start to scamper away, he will swipe at you with his claw.
Yep.
All right, here we go. All right. That is a 20 to hit, non-natural.
A 20 will hit.
That is 8 slashing damage to you, Mikmick. You feel the claws bite into your armor and then through them, hitting the soft flesh underneath.
So what was that? 8? You said 8?
8.
Right?
That is correct. 8 slashing damage.
I'm not raging, so I don't get half that.
No, you
so-
do not.
But what Mikmick is going to do is, once he's backed up a bit, he's going to take control of the latent electrical energy inside of his armor, and he's just gonna cast lightning at the bloody bastard.
I beg your pardon, Habahu? You're gonna what? No what? Lightning bolt? This is
lightning launcher.
Oh, lightning launcher. What the shit?
Ooh.
This is new.
What?
What?
Yeah,
Tell-
leveled up artificer.
Yes. Okay. Tell us what this looks like.
Unfortunately,
Mikmick.
I think that will miss.
A 16. A 16 will
8,
hit.
He's exhausted.
Oh, an 8 because you're exhausted. That's right. Wait a second. Exhaustion is what level of exhaustion do you have?
Just 1.
Well, that's only a disadvantage on ability checks, not attack rolls.
I thought it was attack rolls.
Mm-mm, only on ability checks.
Okay.
So that's a 16. So that will hit.
Yeah, 16 for lightning damage.
Yeah, and more importantly, tell us what this looks like. I want to know.
Yeah.
Well, basically, you've seen, well, the rest of the party has seen before that Mikmick seems to be able to harness electricity, and he used it a few times with Shocking Grasp.
Mm-hmm.
And this one seems like very similar to how Shocking Grasp works, but he's able to cast it at a distance, essentially. So he basically just holds his hand out, and just lightning just comes down the length of his arm and just emits from the hand.
Awesome. That's awesome. Okay, lightning hand. That's cool.
Yep.
Nice. Very nice. All right, cool. Yeah, that will hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. Roll your damage, sir.
Yeah, it's pre-rolled, so it's for lightning.
Oh, it's 4 lightning damage. Okay, yeah. Zap. He wails in pain. Definitely more than he's taken before.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else, Mikmick?
That's it.
Amnestria.
Amnestria is going to stare up at him, just not intimidated by this man, or beast in this case, and she is going to stab him with her rapier.
Go for it.
He's gonna stab.
Get it, girl.
Stab.
And this one will have the damage.
Yep.
Yeah,
The right damage. Yep.
The right damage. Oh, I didn't roll the rapier damage either.
Nope, you
There we
didn't
go.
roll any damage. That's
There
the,
we go.
no, that's the damage, and then the actual hit is a 20. That will hit, yeah. So that's a total of 9 damage.
Correct.
5
but-
piercing and 4 radiant, correct?
Yes.
Okay. But the
I'm
weapon
not
itself, I know you're not done. I just wanted to sort of clarify. The weapon itself, is the weapon magical?
It is considered magical with the radiant damage, I believe.
With the Rite of the Dawn on it, I believe so, yes.
I have to check. Let's see. I just want to check.
And, like,
that.
can a non-magical item even do radiant
Well,
damage?
if it has like additional magical damage on it.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
I'm pretty sure I understand. Yeah, when your right damage is radiant damage. Could you do me a favor? Just click on your not your Rite of the Dawn, but your regular Crimson Rite, because that actually
Sure.
gives us what you get normally from your Crimson stuff.
On
Because
it.
that will give us an idea of whether or not your weapon with the Crimson Rite becomes magical or not.
Crimson Right. There it is.
Okay. Right damage is magical. So there you go.
There you go.
And
Cool.
then.
But it doesn't say your weapon.
A weapon.
It says imbue a weapon to strike for 1d4 extra damage of your chosen type. On activating the right, you take 1d4 damage. Right damage is magical. My interpretation is that the weapon is non-magical, but the right damage is magical.
Fair enough then.
Yeah?
I would like to bonus attack with my hand crossbow.
Fantastic. Yeah, that'll hit. Fuck yeah.
Die fiend.
All right, so 4 radiant and then 5 piercing. Oh, actually, no, that was a disadvantage because
No,
you're.
it's not. I have.
Oh, 'cause
crossbow
it's-
That's
expert.
right, you have crossbow
Yeah.
expert. Fuck yeah, amazing, awesome. So yeah, you're like shrinking from the hip, like full on Mandalorian
it.
move. I'm loving it. Awesome, fantastic, Amnestria. All right, that is your turn, I believe, unless you want to move.
Oh no, I'm staying right where I
Okay,
am.
just
He
making
wants
sure.
me Anyway.
Please do, yes.
Why not? It's your turn.
I'm gonna step up here. First thing, bonus action, Hex.
Oh, hex. That's something we haven't seen in a while.
And I'll do that. I'll hex him on strength.
Okay.
And then I am gonna unleash the tale of the renowned duelist, which is the song I sang earlier. So I have to make a melee spell attack.
Okay.
1d20 plus 5 is my spell attack mod. 17.
17 will hit.
So that's 2d6 plus, I'm pretty sure my charisma mod is 3. Let me double check. Yes, it is 2d6 plus 3. That is 6 force damage.
Woof! Ouch!
Nice.
Yeah, that sort of like comes out like a sonic wave.
It's
from you.
actually, it comes out as a cackle from the mouth of my skull.
Nice.
From my floating head. I just brandish it in my hand and it laughs, and the laugh just shoots force damage like directly into his face.
Fuck yeah, loving it.
Wouldn't it be the back of his head though? Because I think he's.
Oh, he might be facing
happy
you.
with
That's
me.
true.
He
in the back of his head.
turns just in time. He's just like,
Yeah. And my skull laughs in his face and does 6 force damage. Oh wait, I'm
Skeletor
sorry.
laugh.
Plus 4 necrotic damage from my hex.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Nice.
Very cool.
Matt.
Yes.
There was one other thing I forgot to mention. When I did the Ray of the Dawn, I have 20 feet of bright light. I don't know if that matters.
Yeah, I can give you more light if you'd like.
And that is concentration. All right, so I am
20 feet more light, is that correct?
20 feet of bright light.
Oh, that you emit 20 feet of bright light.
Correct.
Okay, I don't think it really matters that much considering the people around you have the light, but I'm going to give you 20 feet of bright light. Nonetheless. Boom. There you go.
Well, actually,
Well, Louisa will be able to see the orphans
didn't
will be
Louisa drop
clearly
the
now.
torch though?
I did.
yep.
Now I'm wondering if that was a big mistake. So
Well, now there's a.
Well, that's why I said, like, she's emitting 20 feet of bright light. I feel like we can say that my glowing light emits, like, 5 feet, so I'm emitting, like, 5.
Sure, why not? I'm down with that. Are you concentrating on something, Moynat?
I've got Hex.
Ah, thank you. Thank you for reminding me.
That's why I put it up there. And it does, I didn't realize, I just saw it, and I'm like, Hex lap for a fucking hour.
It's
That's
a long
awesome.
time. It's a long time. Yeah. That's why I can bounce from target to target to target.
I mean, but, like, also, like, combat usually doesn't last more than a minute.
No,
so,
yeah.
Unless you're in a huge, like,
Correct.
epic endgame combat.
That's true. All right. That's it for you, Moynat. Do you have anything
Yes,
else?
that is the end of my turn. I'm standing my ground. I got mirror images up. He can do what he wants to me.
Fantastic. Louisa, it is your turn.
where do we suppose I dropped said torch?
We could say that you probably dropped it right next to Mikmick.
Right next to Mikmick. Okay, would it be considered an action to pick up said dropped torch?
No.
Or can I just scoop it up?
I'd say so you can scoop it up as your free object interaction.
Great. Then, having no idea if fire will do anything against werewolves or not, she's gonna scoop up the torch on her way back in. And she's going to 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, she's gonna get right here and she's gonna try to hit him with the torch.
Okay,
Which
if you hit him, then it'll do 1 fire damage to him.
1 fire damage. Well, better than nothing. Would you like that to be an unarmed strike?
That is a
how would
melee
you-
attack. So yeah, you're not proficient with torch. Well, yeah, it's a melee attack.
You're
so
not
just
proficient with torch attacks.
you're not proficient with, but you are proficient with clubs of the kind. So
Yeah, I'm
it's the same
proficient
kind of
with
shit.
like simple weapons.
Yeah, it's a simple weapon. So just
Yeah.
roll 1d20 plus your dex mod plus 2 proficiency
Okay.
bonus. Yeah.
Would it be
okay, hold
simple
on.
or improvised?
I would say a torch is somewhere. I would call it simprovised. How about that?
Okay, so 1d20. Hold on,
Yeah.
ignore that one then. Okay, 17 plus my dex mod.
You hit.
Okay, great.
He has a way
So-
low AC.
Okay.
So that does 1 fire damage.
1 fire damage.
You stick it in him, he goes, "Woof!" And he sort of looks down. He's like, "Woof." Okay.
Yeah. Louisa will spend another key point to kind of hold the torch up, and she'll go into patient defense.
Oh, nice. Good choice. Can you tell us all what patient defense does?
Yes, it allows me to take the dodge action if I am attacked.
Amazing.
So, yes.
Amazing.
Yep.
I'm loving it. Okay. That is it for Louisa's turn. It's now our friend Draco's turn. Draco howls again. And again, you hear the 4 howls. This time, somewhat closer, actually. probably, I would say, no more than 100 feet away. In
And
several
this
different
is
directions.
why I have mirror image casts.
Where did your accent suddenly change? That's amazing.
Because that was Sarah talking and not...
Oh, Sarah, you have... you've been deceiving me this whole time, Sarah.
No, Sarah occasionally speaks with random accents because it's fun.
It's fun. It's fun. Okay. Let's see. Who did the most damage to him? Again, I think Amnestria did the most damage to him that last turn. So, yeah, he's going to go after you.
Over my 10? Okay, fine.
Did you? Oh, that's right. You did 10 force damage? Well, you did
I did
6 and
6
4.
force and 4 necrotic.
Yeah, so he's going to turn around and take a bite out of crime for you.
That's
I think
fine, I
I did
got mirror
necrotic.
images.
Pretty good amount of damage to him too.
Sorry, I took observant, not sentinel. So
It's cool. It's cool. All right, bite to... bite to Muadnhait. Here we go. That is a 21 to hit.
It hits a mirror image.
Fantastic.
Down to 2.
And the mirror image just disappears. And then he will turn and sort of like confused, like, and then just swipe at one of the remaining things that he thinks is you with its claws. That's a 14 to hit.
That hits me.
Okay. You take 7 slashing damage.
All right. Nice.
Okay.
Mile.
That is its turn. You guys hear from several different directions, scuttling and sounds and movement in the bushes and trees, as if multiple things are coming through them in different directions. Mikmick, it is now your turn. What do you wish to do?
Like we didn't know this was an ambush. We always knew this was an ambush.
Mikmick will hold an action.
What is that action?
He's going to just pull out his firearm and just wait until he sees any additional movement from the trees. Like if any like wolves or anything like that comes out to aiming at the rest of the party. So he's basically on guard at the moment.
So as soon as you see something coming through the trees, you will shoot at it. Is that my understanding?
Exactly.
Something hostile.
Yes.
Done deal.
Yep.
Okay, Amnestria, it is your turn.
Well, it has been working pretty well for me. Although I have
Yeah.
a question. As far as my personal items go, Amnestria's dagger is actually silver.
That's correct.
Is that? Can I give that to someone else?
You certainly can give it to somebody else, absolutely. As a bonus action, you
Louisa's
can
right
hand
next
it
to you.
off.
Could I just
right there.
yell at it? Could I just yell it out and tell her to take it?
Yeah, yeah. What do you say?
Use this.
Louisa, my belt.
Dangerous
There's a
to go
dagger.
it alone. Use this.
No. She's just going to yell out to Louisa and tell her that there is a dagger affixed to her belt and please take it. But she has a moment.
Of course.
And I'm
I
gonna attack
brought a
her again.
quarterstaff to a magic fight.
It's silver. It's going to be quite useful. Rapier.
23 will hit.
Heck yeah. I mean, I can't do damage with it, but you know what? That's fine.
You got that.
I
You got that
still-
right damage, yo.
Exactly.
You got the right damage, baby.
4.
Love the way you stab me, oh.
Oh god. Oh god. My head. My head. I'm gonna get a nosebleed. 4 radiant damage. Yes, slowly but
Ow.
surely chipping away. And a hand crossbow attack will also hit. Go ahead and roll that. 8 piercing damage.
Oy.
Jesus Christ! The damage. The damage, yo. The damage. Stab and shot. I think I've seen a character like this in a video game.
He picked a fight with a monster hunter. What was his like? He should have known better.
What the fuck? All right.
You picked a fight with a monster hunter and a monster.
Exactly.
I mean, he thought he could take it. All right, and maybe he still can. That is, I believe that is the end of
That's
your
my turn.
turn. Yes. All
Yeah,
right.
I'm not moving.
No problem. Moynat is your turn.
Alrighty. Question: Is Mara's rapier is silver, correct?
I don't know. I'm gonna take a look at that.
I feel like it is, but can you double check that for me? I feel like it's a silver rapier.
Let's take a look. It is. I don't believe that it is. I know that it is a.
Magic?
It is. It, well, it
But
was
it is a +1, but I don't remember if it's silver.
It is a +1 if you're attuned to it.
I am attuned to it.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah, I attuned to it as soon as I got it, even though we knew it was cursed. I was like, I don't care.
No, you just haven't used it ever. So.
Oh yeah, I have. I think.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I thought I had.
If you have, I would certainly know.
Okay, fine.
You haven't used it, actually.
Okay, I guess I haven't had to.
Hold on for 1 second. Items. There we go. Yes. Okay, cool. Yes, it is not silver, but it is a magical weapon.
All right, cool. Then I am gonna booming blade with said rapier. Here is the attack. 23 to hit.
Yes.
4 piercing, 4 thunder if he moves willingly, and I have to double check what the die for my hex damage is because I don't remember. It is.
I think it's a D6.
I think it's a D6. Yeah, it's 1d6. So plus 5 necrotic. So 4 piercing, 5 necrotic, and if he moves voluntarily, 4 thunder.
Fantastic. That's 9 damage total. Ooh, he's
Yes.
looking rough. He's starting to gasp. He's starting to cough blood. And yeah, he's not good. We are not
That is
happy.
the end of my turn.
Louisa, it is yours.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is a dagger considered a monk weapon?
Good question. I believe the answer is yes. I'll double check.
Okay.
I also think that you can choose to make any weapon your monk weapon, like a special monk weapon, but that might be like at higher levels. Only based on a monk in another campaign.
Yeah.
Who has a crazy fucking weapon right now.
I think a dagger is available. Yes, daggers
Okay.
are indeed available as a monk weapon.
Great. So if that's the case, taking up Amnestria on her wonderful offer, I'm going to reach over, I'm going to grab the dagger out of her belt, and I'm just gonna swipe in one attack, and then for my bonus action, I should also be able to make another attack as long as it is considered a monk weapon. So I'm gonna make 2 attacks, essentially. So, let's see. Alright, so D20.
That'll hit.
Okay, so great. So, dagger does a
D4
damage,
Mhm.
and then do I add any of my...
Plus your dexterity modifier.
Okay, so D4, so 1 plus 3, so that's 4.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
4. Oh,
and
you sink
then-
in that silver dagger, and he's like,
I'm like, there we go! Now we're cooking with grease! And, and she... So that's 11 plus 3 is 14. You said plus dex plus proficiency?
for what?
For a dagger attack.
Just no proficiency on the damage, but dex
Okay.
plus proficiency on the attack.
Right, so dex plus proficiency, then that should be a 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, great. So then 2 plus 3, 5 more damage.
Louisa.
Nice.
It is at that point where you just psycho stab. First attack, flip it around, do the fucking aria, and just come up from underneath and
Nice.
stab this guy right in the gut, and he goes, and you start to hear like the gasp of human speech, and he goes, "Guy, and he looks up at you, and his face is sort of like halfway transformed between a wolf and a man, and he sort of like grabs for your face, and for a second, Louisa, you recognize this sort of like look from someone long in your past. The first thing I would like you to do, Louisa, unfortunately, from here on out, is take a stress point.
Yep.
Ooh.
Okay.
Stress point basically will be a red marker on your character. We'll talk about Seeds of Fear after the session, but this
Yeah.
is definitely intricate to sort of your backstory and stuff like that,
Right.
and things like that of that nature, and like almost like as you finish him off, and he just like turns human and falls to the ground, naked and dead, looks up at you and just sort of says, "Why?" And as he does so and dies, you hear, just from like 50 feet away from you, you hear like the mournful howls of several creatures who stop in the forest, unable to be seen. And then, almost as if on cue from his death, you hear scrabbling and movement in the opposite direction. Out into the darkness of the forest. And you're out.
Louisa immediately drops the dagger and just kind of like takes a couple of steps back and just stares at him on the ground. And is like, what? And then she just kind of like looks at her own hands like, what have I done?
Moynot looks down at her and says, "Grab the lantern." And then I want to try and follow the wolves. I want to try and follow the creatures that ran off. Can I make
Okay.
a survival check to see if I can trail them?
Certainly can make a survival check, absolutely. That is a 6.
My life.
You look around, you like point the hooded lantern in multiple directions. You heard the noise
I don't need the
lantern.
I don't need the lantern. I told her to grab the lantern. I can see.
Maybe for the benefit of anybody else, maybe
Oh,
like
okay.
Louisa or anybody who needs the light.
She'll put herself together, having heard that a little bit, and just kind of like shake it off just a little bit and go and grab the lantern. And
Sure.
Yeah.
As far as you are aware, Moynot, the wolves have run off into the distant forest.
Oh, I can't see where they went.
So I should pick the dagger back up?
Yes, she kind of like is visibly shaken by that last moment, but she kind of pulls herself together. She goes and picks up the dagger. She wipes it off on her sleeve before flipping it over, completely dexterous, like in a way that you have not seen from her. She hands it to you, handle first. She goes, "Thank you, and I'm quite sorry about the ruse, as it were, but it's the way of my order. My name is Louisa, but that's something that you'll see from me from time to time if we continue to travel together."
Amnestria would put her hand on the dagger and just nod slowly and hold on to it for now, at least until we're out of the woods. In case any more of these. In case we run into any more trouble.
Louisa gives a slightly curt nod and sticks the dagger in her belt.
And please don't lose it. It's rather important to me.
Of course not. Thank you. It was, unfortunately, as you can see, I don't have much magic, and so, well, any magic, truly, so I was a bit, not quite useful until you extended your aid, so thank you. I do appreciate that.
Of course.
Okay.
Moynot, being annoyed that she couldn't follow the tracks of the wolves, is now digging through Draco's pockets to see if he has anything that might give any clue as to where they've gone, or honestly anything useful, but mostly looking for clues.
His clothes have been essentially torn to shreds when he transformed.
Oh, right.
But I mean, you can sort of see that he had a couple things in his pockets. Mostly, he had like a small pouch of gold attached to his belt. He had, I think he has like, let me think about this. He probably has a small pocket knife. Yeah. But beyond that, not a whole lot.
Toss the pocket knife to Mikmick. I will take the gold.
I was thinking Mikmick would do his thing that he's done before.
Let me know how much gold it is. I have to run to the bathroom.
Sure, it's 10 gold.
Okay.
Doesn't
You are
he
not going
travels
to do
light.
that. I know what he wants to do.
Yes, because Amnestria has seen what I've done before.
I haven't.
No.
Does he move towards?
Well, I was thinking he was going to. I don't know if this would be either Arcana or History, but would he know if there's a cure for lycanthropy?
Oof, man. This could be either medicine or arcana, I would say.
I'm gonna go roll
that, I
with
wonder.
Arcana.
Yeah, I'd say either medicine or arcana.
16 exhaustion.
Yeah, I think you rack your brain. You know you've heard. It comes in snatches, right? As most of your memories do. That sometime in your past you had heard of creatures that could turn into beasts and beasts that could turn into men. That shapeshifters are common,
Mm-hmm.
but the curses associated with them, meaning the actual inability to control these changes, can be remediated. Typically by magic. Yeah.
Well, Mikmick is going to move in to attempt to heal, unless Amnestria wants to try and stop him.
Amnestria is definitely going to try to stop him.
Don't we want to question him more now that we know that he's one of these?
I don't
She
see
is
the
going-
point. We know there's more.
She's going to just cross her arms and just shake her head. No, that is a very bad idea.
But we have information that. Well, should we divulge this information to the rest of the town?
I think the rest of the town likely knows.
The rest of the town may have been who was running away. I think our reception upon our return will indicate whether that's the case or not.
It doesn't feel right leaving him here.
He tried to kill us.
He tried to turn us.
It's the
And
cycle of nature, Mikmick.
there's more of them out there, and there are other things in these woods. We're not safe here. We need to return to the city.
Sure, the city is really the safest place.
Well, no, it's not. And obviously there's a lot going on with people being murdered and all, but it is safer than these woods.
I am inclined to agree with our new acquaintance.
As am I.
The new drunken one, as it were.
Only partially drunken some of the time. Well, partially drunken all of the time. It's a maintaining.
It's fine. You remind me of someone else we know.
I hope it's a good memory.
It's a memory.
Oh, well.
Well, memories are neither good nor bad. They simply are.
I would be interested to know how you achieved that enlightened state. And Louisa is going to pick up the lantern and walk back towards the town.
Mikmick will just say, I think we should at least bring the body back to town, so
Why? So we can say that we murdered him and tore his clothes off? Look,
that we can tell the town the truth.
I understand, I think. your intent, tiny one, but you must understand that either the people in town know or they don't, or some of them know and some of them don't. If we walk into town with his body and proclaim that he is whatever this creature was, if they all know, they will all turn against us. If only some of them know, they will turn against us. Unless you want to walk directly into a fight, leaving him here is in our best interests. Perhaps when the rest of the town finds him and wonders what vicious beast did this to him, then those of his ilk may seem uncomfortable. Also, to be perfectly honest, he was a wretched individual. I don't see why he deserves our kindness.
Everybody deserves kindness, no matter what they've done in the past. I mean, but okay, I can understand your feelings on taking him back to town, but can we at least move him to maybe that lake that he said he had good memories of, and just leave him next to it so he can rest easy?
I don't
Well,
think he's going to be doing any more resting.
While I do not see the point, if it will ease your mind and speed our exit, I will help you.
It will ease my mind. Don't like leaving.
You are a strange, tiny one, but as you will. I will help Mikmick drag the body to the river.
Okay. The river is not too far from your position. It's probably 70 or 80 feet to the east. You can hear the flowing waters of the small stream, the rocky shores of which are somewhat sort of grimy, covered with moss and lichen.
Once we get the body to the water, I will take it, and now that it is supported by water, I will drag it down to the deepest point that I can find.
Okay. The
Just let's
stream
back
is
up.
relatively shallow. It's only about
I
3 or 4
thought
feet
it was
deep.
a river. Not
Well,
a stream.
it's a stream that flows into a river further down.
Well, in that case, I'll just hope that it floats down into the river, and
Yeah, it
people
does.
can think what they will.
It
All right,
definitely
then.
floats. They all
And set him.
down here.
We all float down here. Then I will just set him afloat in the river.
Okay. Amnestria and Mikmick, you watch as Muadnhait sort of like takes the body and buoys it, and it just sort of floats awkwardly and hits the sort of side of the stream, and then boom, and then it floats out of sight.
And you see a slight smile on Mikmick's face as he sees off this X-Man.
A strange tiny man. And then Muadnhait will follow off after Louisa.
Okay. Amnestria and Mikmick, do you follow the two of them as well?
Yep.
I
Back to
do.
town.
I do, but I keep my rapier out. For light.
Yes,
A question.
very much staying on guard.
A question, actually, Maeve, that you put in chat here, given her background. I don't think so. Considering your background and considering Mordant as a place that's rife with certainly some types of supernatural activity, I don't think this kind.
Okay, thanks.
No problem.
Yep.
Okay. So let's bring you guys away from this lovely map back to, I guess, since you traveled directly back to Emhurst, correct?
Yep.
Yes, but I would like to, if possible, at the point where Cabe met us,
Mm-hmm.
which is just outside of town.
Correct. right where that
I would-
blue star
Yes,
is.
where the blue star is. I would like to, I guess, write a note and pin it to the tree. Pin it to a tree
Okay.
that says, "Small one. There have been some unexpected complications. If we are not here, seek us within the walls. We may require assistance."
All right.
How does she attach it to the tree exactly?
With a wooden stake. I'll take one more out of my inventory.
Are you using the stakes for something different than their intended purpose?
I really only have them because I got them off the guy whose clothes I stole. So I've got a hammer, so I'm going to use it to hammer a stake into the wall. Where is my wooden stake?
Okay. It
Very
takes
nice
it takes a couple of wood into wood is never
Yeah.
an easy
No,
thing,
yes,
but,
I know. It'll take a moment, but
Why not? Can I borrow your writing utensil for a moment?
certainly. I'll hand it over.
She's gonna go up to the now hammered letter to the tree, cross it towards the small one, and write cape.
Do I know who this person is that they're writing a note to?
None.
No.
Idea. Zero.
I go, who's that then?
The person who brought us here.
And is supposed to take us out.
So you can travel between these lands.
Well, they
Yes.
can.
With the assistance of the small one, yes. They can travel and can allow us to do so, though with some small difficulty.
What kind of small difficulty?
Well, let's just say the trip is not terribly pleasant. I realize that my thing is gone, so... because it was only 6 hours.
That's okay.
But I do remember. Let's just say that occasionally in the mists you see things you would rather not.
Just in the mist?
Well, more so than anywhere else.
Do you think you might be open to accepting another companion?
No,
I could help, and with whatever it is that you're doing, especially if passage between these lands is a possibility for you. That would be all the payment I require.
you said you were trying to get home, yes?
Yes.
And where is home?
I don't know right now. I've been trying to find it for 7 years.
But you do know where you came from, just not how to get there?
Yes.
Well, that is something we have in common. All of us, in fact, I think.
Really?
Indeed.
That's right.
We all come from disparate places, and something drew us all together.
Some of us were changed in the process and not terribly happy about it.
Did you understand that?
As I say that, I sort of... The monstrous countenance sort of falls away. With the exception that my teeth remain just a little bit too sharp and my mouth just a tiny bit too wide.
The Joker smile. Yeah.
Not quite, not as wide as the Joker smile, just like a little bit wider than a human mouth should be. And my teeth are not like, they're not like razor sharp, but they look a little bit pointier than teeth should look. On a relatively humanoid appearing creature, despite the horns. And despite not being humanoid.
Have you always been able to do that?
No. Only since the tower.
You too, huh?
Indeed. This place has done more strange things to some of us than others, I suppose.
Say that again?
Though in this case, I can't say I just like it. It's rather nice. Bit freeing, actually.
Praying, huh? Well,
Hmm.
can't say I agree there, but
Letting what's on the inside come out. I find it somewhat liberating. Perhaps the only good thing that's happened to me since I came here.
you want to go,
Oh,
don't you?
go ahead.
Saying? Oh, no,
Uh,
really.
I was just going to say after this, I think I need a drink, and I'm buying, so who would like to come with me?
As long as it's not Mikkelbrow.
Well, that is my speciality, after all, but, we'll get you something easier.
Last time
No,
I
just
tried Mickle Brown,
less.
it kind of came out the second drink.
Well,
I'm more
that...
concerned with the fact that one of our deceased bodies that you saw us examining was
Mhm.
poisoned with something exceptionally similar to Mikkelbrow.
Well,
Smelled
of
like it,
course.
looked like it, but wasn't.
Of course. If it's brewed incorrectly, it turns into a poison. It can kill you quite quickly.
Indeed. And how did you come across that knowledge?
Well, as, the way of my order, my master is actually a very accomplished mixologist, shall we say? And he's quite familiar with the process.
Well, someone used that process to their advantage, and considering that, well, the town at large thinks I'm their long-lost daughter,
Yes, what is
I
that
may well...
about?
I have absolutely no idea.
It just happened.
I
It
walked
wasn't
in...
anything that you did?
No, I walked through the gates, and the miller's daughter, Xandra, ran up to me, called me Vasca, and since then everyone else has too, but it's been the strangest thing. I've played into it, realizing I couldn't escape it, and when I went to the home of my aunt, there was a painting, and in it, a little girl who looked like she could have been me, but the paint was still wet, as though it had just been made.
And then there was your room, which added to that uneasiness.
Yes, that was perhaps the most unnerving part. There was a child's room with childish drawings on the walls that, well, could have been from my childhood, except for the fact that I didn't have a human childhood. So how anyone could know that much about me? Well, to be perfectly honest, I didn't take this employ out of the goodness of my heart. I took it to find out exactly why I had been targeted here. I have no idea what's happening in this town, but everything about it is strange. How long have you been here?
7 years. It
What do you...
is a very strange place. People here, they aren't just people, as you have seen. And the bit that Shreko was saying about being artisans, that part is true. It's a way of don't know, giving back to the culture or something, but they're extremely closed off towards outsiders. So if they think you're one of them, you might get further in mere days than I have in 7 years.
But I can't tell if they actually think I'm one of them, or if they only want me to think that they think that.
Well, if everyone here is somewhat different than what they are, I might start by asking what powers the miller's daughter has. And why she might want anyone to believe you are who she says you is. You is. Sorry. The drunken
Yeah, who is he who
September.
says who is you is?
It comes on the acting part of it comes on quite naturally sometimes. So
Yes, I suppose I should speak to her again, perhaps in private.
but you said your aunt, because
Yes.
it's not
Auntie
really
quotation marks.
Not
right.
actually my aunt, but my supposed aunt,
She was
Vasca's aunt.
she was the woodcarver.
Yes.
And it's strange that she's dead now because I feel as if I was walking by her shop the other day and I saw her arguing with some blonde person that I didn't know.
Would that be Zagia, her apprentice?
Perhaps
Dragica is her apprentice.
Dragica, her apprentice.
I would need to see them. I don't know. I've stayed in the outskirts of town.
Well, Dragica has taken over the shop. If you want to walk by and see if that's her, it wouldn't be terribly difficult.
Yes,
I have-
we can do that.
I have my suspicions about her only because, well, when we found our way into her room above the shop, first there was a book on the art of furrier, such as Draco, so I thought perhaps she had a thing for our late friend. But then also a book on baking, and he was entangled, shall we say, with the baker after the aunt's death. There's so many
There was
just
some
so
weirdness
many
there.
strange things happening in this town that I cannot quite link together. And the Solstice Festival, you've been here for 7 years. Has there been one while you were here?
Has there been one while I've been here? Probably.
There has, yeah.
Every year,
Yes.
probably.
Yes, every year.
Did anything strange happen at this festival?
You didn't attend them.
Honestly, I was warned away from them, being an outsider, so I took the advice I was given and I stayed home those nights, so honestly, I don't know.
Oh. Wait, you said you've been staying around town, correct?
On the outskirts, yeah. I have a small room off of one of the taverns. It's not much, but and I pull out my quarterstaff and I go, the broom comes in handy occasionally.
Have you ever heard of Daga?
Have I ever had a what? Sorry?
Daga.
Who? Radaga? Is that correct?
Correct.
Yes.
We're looking for her. Brother is over here.
It's why we came here initially, and then all of this happened.
No, I haven't heard of her at all. I don't. Is she from around here?
Apparently.
Why are you searching for her?
She's missing. And she's very important to an order that has hired us for other employ, and they've now hired us to try to find her. They sent us to her hometown in hopes that we could uncover her current whereabouts.
So you are detectives?
In a sense.
Apparently?
It's about that time that the four of you come within sight of Amherst. It's about half an hour walk. Abbreviated, of course, slightly. Since you probably know the way back, so you pick up your pace a little bit. It's in the middle of the night. The lights in Amherst are mostly dimmed at this point in time. The gates are closed.
I'm going to walk up to them and knock.
Who goes there?
Hello, Gorgoth, it's Vaska.
Like a little wooden slot opens up, and you see two sort of wrinkled eyes looking out at you. What are you doing out there?
I'm afraid we went to watch the sunset and got a bit lost on our way back. Could you be so kind as to let us in?
Oh, certainly. Give me 1 second. You hear? Yes.
While Gorgug's getting the door open, Mikmick will get Moynart's attention and just whisper under his breath to her,
Would it be possible to tell Gorgug that Draco died to a pack of wolves?
No, let the town discover that on their own.
Just gonna spell his name in case you're wondering. It's Gorgov.
Oh, Gorgov. I thought it was Gorgoth.
That's all right. I was waiting for you guys to descend into Gorgish, Gorgameth.
That's much more Slavic.
Gargamel.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I
yes.
think I was thinking Dimension 20 with Gorgug.
Yes, Gorgog. Amazing. Yeah, after a second or two, you hear, ah, crap. Ah. There we go. Okay. And then, as the enormous wooden balustrade gate is opened.
Louisa immediately reverts to her slightly more stumbly, what's up, loves, kind of way of being.
Hello, Louisa. Welcome back.
I finally learned my name. Ah, how exciting. It's lovely to see you, love. Lovely, love. Yeah, I see what I did there. Ha ha.
Echo, come on in before the wolves get in there. I just can't deal with them. And he sort of takes his spear out. He's like, they could be anywhere.
It's true. You need to be watching right here, right there, right.
I certainly haven't seen any wolves this evening. Thank you for letting us in, Gorgov. I'm sorry for being caught out after dark. It won't happen again.
That's fine. Just come in.
Oh, we just took your advice. Holds up her rapier that's still glowing light, puts it away. You're right, they're afraid of the pointy things.
Well, you better be afraid of the pointy things, because if they ever were stopped being afraid of the pointy things, I'd be out of a job.
Well, if you'll excuse us, Gorgov, I do believe my friend here is in search of another drink.
I really am. And there's
Of course.
couple of great places that are, and she kind of spins around at the gate looking for the road, and she goes, that way. Yeah, that way. Let's go. Anyone know any songs? And she just kind of drunkenly marches her way.
As she says that, might not be like, I do, but I doubt you want to hear them.
Do I know?
No.
All right
don't.
then.
And I give her an extra toothy smile.
Louisa notes the toothy smiles and goes, all right then, and continues on.
Okay. You guys are now back, and as I have shown you before, the main map to Amherst. It's a dark, clear night. The moon shining down now on the town of Amherst, and it is very, very quiet.
Full moon? I'm
Yes,
assuming?
indeed, full moon.
Has it been an hour since our combat at this point?
I'd say it has been close to it, maybe 45
All right.
minutes.
Then I technically am still concentrating on my axe.
Okay.
For the next 15 minutes.
So you
Just
can tell
in cases.
if Draco moves again.
Matt,
She can see it walking down the street.
we're missing Louisa. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, where's Louisa? God damn
About
it.
to say, I was like, wait, am I missing?
No,
I realized I got super
You
drunk.
are. Yeah, there we go.
But
I'm here somewhere.
There we go. There's
I
There you
Louisa.
are.
lost myself. It's a
There
side
you
effect.
go. You're there. You're part of the group.
Thank you.
You're
Yay.
welcome. Yay.
Alright. I look at Louisa and say, will it be going to the Grinning Fox or somewhere else?
They are, so ironically enough, they are supposed to be having a drinking contest tonight where, honestly, some people might be awaiting my arrival. For Mikkelbrow, and if you're looking for more information on it, it might be a good place to find it.
Do you usually participate in the drinking contests?
Oh, yes.
Have you won?
Oh, yes.
Is there betting?
Is there betting? Probably. I never bet. I'm just normally doing the drinking, I have to say.
Well, if you can guarantee your victory, I'll gladly place the bet.
I mean, it's a. I can probably guarantee my victory. I mean, everything's a chance, so just like life, you know?
I look over to Amnestria and I say, forgive me, but from my many interactions with the gambling sort, it does seem to me that if our friend here is likely to win and then loses, our profit would be greater should we bet against her.
You want me to throw the match? That's insulting for someone from my order, but
It was only a suggestion. I don't actually care either way. My friends seem to be looking to make some coin, and I was looking for the most direct route, as it were.
she does the exaggerated look around to see if anyone is watching.
No one that
No?
you see. Nope.
Alright, she goes, well, I do have a price, which I've already named. I'm willing to throw things, but you have to take me with you.
I have no problem with taking you with us.
Nor do I.
You can survive the mists. You can come with us as you please.
I've survived it once before, somehow.
Although, we should probably warn you that the place we're likely going to is a lot bigger than this one.
I'm alright with bigger.
It also has a lot more rules. Honestly, I find the entire place terribly unpleasant, but be that as it may.
I'm comfortable with rules,
Hmm.
as long as I know what they are.
Oh, they'll happily give you a list.
Who's furthest into the town at this point?
Probably me. I'm probably leading them to wherever this tavern is.
You've got.
It is
you've
down
got-
here where the blue T is on the
Yeah.
map.
You've
Down.
got a light source, correct, Louisa?
Yes, I have his hooded lantern now,
Cool.
which I really hope does not have his name tag on it or anything.
In case
She's, like,
of
ripped
death.
it off. Yeah. Return
You could
to-
actually, the shortest route would be to go
Oh, it's over
directly down this road.
Got
Yeah,
it, got it, got it, got
it's the
it. I see
T,
it, I see it, I
yes.
see it. Yep. Okay.
Everybody ping the tavern. Everybody ping it.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah. No problem. Yeah, I'd like you to make a perception check.
Me?
You.
Alright.
Yes.
Hold, please.
Yep.
Perception, there we are.
Nice!
Natural 20.
Damn.
First of the
natural 20.
night,
I
actually.
know, it took long enough.
Yeah.
You're sort of like backing in, making sure that everybody's sort of following you on the way to the Grinning Fox Inn.
Going this way.
We are walking, we're walking.
We're smiling. Yeah.
You're doing the whole, like, college tour guide thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And over here is the cotton mill and dressmaker. whatever. It's all
Mhm.
the same. So
Right here is the barn where you left the dead bodies. It's
I don't
fine.
say
We're
that out
walking.
loud.
Just before you reach the inn, in a place, unfortunately, where no one else can see it except you, because you're backing up and you're sort of like motioning to the people who are in between two sets of buildings, you notice that directly off to the east, there is a figure standing in the middle of the street.
Like, here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a little further beyond.
Not
Maybe-
again.
And this figure's wearing a black cloak
This fucker.
and a white, almost sort of porcelain white mask.
Have I seen anything like that ever before?
No.
And
No.
we haven't told her our story. That's right. We
I
left that
I just see him, and the stumble gets a little deeper, and I go, and over here is
You
I
look,
forget.
and as you look back, figure's gone.
I stumble over to Amnestria, and I just kind of like grab her by the shoulders and lean in close, and I go, "Oh, sorry, love. Hold on, the balance is a little." And I just say, "There was a man in a white mask that was over here." Like, just whisper it like barely into her ear. And I just go, and so anyway, the tavern is here, and I don't know if you want to go inside or if you want to explore some more, or...
She's going to look very uncomfortable with you doing that, and quietly tell you to please not touch her again.
Ooh! Sorry.
Fortunately, Amnestria's got that part covered, literally.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Defo.
Unless she was holding her hands.
Yeah. Even then, I don't know. Amnestria might be wearing gloves.
I think she's got, like,
maybe
her
has some fingers uncovered.
Just in case.
Did I-
I've got my
Yeah, I was
fingers.
like, doesn't she have like 2 fingertips uncovered in her
Yes.
gloves?
Something like that,
On
yeah.
both hands.
Yes.
You didn't touch her
Oh,
hands, right?
the archers.
No, I grabbed you by the shoulders, so
Even still, I think
that's what I
Amnestria...
said.
Yeah.
Oh, do I take...
No,
I
you
take damage?
you don't take any damage, but Amnestria probably like gives you like emotional damage.
Yes,
Because
Psychic damage, that's
Yes.
fine.
emotional damage.
I
Sorry.
love that.
It's such a
Emotion.
fucking. It's such an amazing meme. But yes, no, you take no damage other than the glaring hatred. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
There is no hatred.
she's-
It's more
she's
like
not mad.
fear. It's more like, oh, what the fuck? Yeah, you see this immediate like change in Amnestria's countenance of like,
Seeing the awkwardness, Moynat will step and be like, well, are we going in?
Right. And Louisa just kind of looks at Amnestria and kind of like tries to subtly give her like a I didn't mean anything by it kind of like nod and goes, yeah, let's go in. Let's see if any of my mates are here. Probably not. I don't have any mates. And she just turns around and goes right in.
all right, we're gonna move y'all to
The tavern.
The tavern. Let's go to the tavern. Let's bring it all in to the tavern.
The tavern.
I don't know why all of a sudden it's like French, because it's not French at all. Hold on, let's bring it to the tavern. The Grinning Fox
Aw.
in. Boom.
Claudia would probably still be there, though.
I'm zooming in. Okay, there you are. The Grinning Fox Inn. There are a couple of the people I didn't put them into the inn. It's a small inn, but there are those of us who love it. There is, of course, Meister Singer Ivan, who's there. Probably 3 or 4 Mikkelbrows in, I would say.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Would Claudia still be there, though?
You do not see Claudia. What you do, however, see is the man behind the bar, who is a dwarf who has this sort of like big, bushy brown beard, kind eyes, ruddy face, sort of flowers, yellow flowers pinned throughout his hair. You, of course, recognize this person, Louisa, as Damir. And as the 4 of you enter, he says, hello, welcome to the grinning... Ow. Vasca, Vasca, ha ha! And everyone's like, oh, Vasca, was he just... And of course, Ivan stands up, teeters for a sec. He's like, come in, Vasca and friends.
Yes, thank you for the kind welcome, as always. It's good
No.
to see you, Meister.
Louisa, we've met, like, never mind. Damn it! Around for us.
Of course. Hopefully you're going to stay because this poor sod, and he points at the Meister singer, you couldn't even make it past round one.
I'm only here to observe. Anything but Mikkelbrow, if you don't mind. I've had a bit of a day.
Well, we have some ales, but for the most part, Mikkelbrow is what we do here. It's our finest grog.
Louisa slaps her hand down on the bar and says, "This is Demir. He can tell you anything you want to know about Mikkelbrow."
It's interesting.
She just kind of gives a nod and waits for the round, like she's like leaning forward, like, just gimme.
Yeah.
Like, I'll still take an ale. I'm afraid I might need a bit of convincing on the Mikkelbrow, but perhaps you can do so.
Certainly, of course. I think I remember that the four of you coming in last night. I was, of course, in the back while I watched. You're staying here at the inn, aren't you?
We are indeed, yes.
Okay. Well, more than welcome to take part in our little competition.
I'd be more interested in taking part from the sidelines. Is there perhaps a wager one could make?
Certainly. We take wagers, don't we, boys? And of course, like a whole bunch of villagers, like, oh yeah, we're big into what's it called? Is it called wagers? Gambling. Yeah, we'll do it. Let's go.
The odds, then. I'm curious.
Oh, over here. Look at that big strapping lad. You see that one? And he points across the bar to like a 6'5" just mountain of a man. Arms like tree trunks. Potentially are tree trunks. You don't even know. Big bushy beard, thick eyebrows, bulbous nose. Looks like he probably like eats multiple sides of beef at a time. And he says, "Now you gotta watch out for that one. That one's a reigning champion over there."
He's my nemesis.
Yep.
Indeed.
Yep. Ulrich. Yeah.
That's a terrible name. Ugh.
Ulrich looks over at you, Louisa, and says, "Next time we meet, Louisa, you will not be so lucky."
Like it was luck the last time. I don't know what has happened to my accent. Perhaps I am just trying to psych you out.
You are a very strange person.
Yes.
But you do imbibe the Mikkelbrow well, and for that I give you props.
She takes a very exaggerated bow and hits her head on the table. Oh, God.
Ooh, everyone like in the entire bar is like, ooh.
Oh, fuck.
So
me.
he's the
Point it
favorite, then.
Oh, hey, that one's the favorite, Ulrich, yeah.
What about my friend over here? She talks a big game.
I mean, she's more than welcome to try.
Of course I'll try.
I cast a message to Louisa and I say, "Can you beat him?"
This is the first time probably that you've heard Muadnhait's voice in your mind.
Okay. She just kind of, like, opens her eyes really wide for a second. And
Muadnhait literally isn't even looking at her. She's just looking at the bartender.
I don't understand how to answer you in my mind out loud. I'm hearing voices suddenly. This is
I message her again in your mind.
Oh, okay.
That makes
Can you
sense.
beat him?
I want to say yes, but again, life's a gamble. So probably, but you never know.
Ivan Marek looks over at the four of you and says, "Wasn't there the tall pale guy? What happened to him? What happened to the..."
You think he was pale?
The deeps know he does his own thing when he cares to. I'm surprised he's not here. This does seem like his kettle of fish.
Damir says, "Oh, that fella, yeah, I did see him. He was here this afternoon. He was writing in a book. He was drinking out of his own wine bottle. He didn't want to drink any of the Mikkelbräu for some reason, I don't know why. And then left, he said, I think I got it. I think that's what he said. I think I finally figured it out. And then he left."
Well, that's terribly helpful.
Well, hopefully he comes back.
Who are we talking about?
One of our erstwhile companion who tends to disappear when he sees fit.
Oh, alright, yes, alright.
Well, if he's not here when we leave, he's not here when we leave. That's his choice.
Well, we're going to go ahead and get started. Ulrich, would you like to do the honors? And he sort of like, Riker
Before
sits.
we begin,
He just like
I'll wager
over the chair.
10 gold on my friend here.
Let me see if I can find a good token for Ulrich. Got a big dude. Let's go. Let's see.
I'm gonna wager 10 gold on Louisa, and then I'm gonna message her, drink him under the table.
Alright.
How about the rest
Louisa
of you?
just starts going through her pre-game process.
What is your pregame process?
She stands in the back of the bar and does like a few, like she puts her hands on the bar and then like bends over and does like a few like cat-cow stretches to like loosen up the spine, and then she stands up and she slaps herself in the face 3 times and she goes, "Remember!" And then she
shit.
turns around.
Wow.
Does she
just-
Mikmick's gonna get
spray
into a
silver
competition as well.
spray paint on her teeth and then dive into the table?
That's good.
Just a question.
Witness me!
Witness me. She thinks of her mother, who is probably rolling in her grave, and then moves in to take her place opposite Ulrich.
All right, I found the perfect token. Boom. There he is.
Nice. Good token.
So this
What are
is-
the actual odds of her winning, by the way?
Who do you ask?
Bartender.
Oh, you ask Damir? Damir says, well, she's never won before. Ulrich's won 3 times in a row, so I guess the odds are 3 to 1.
I like those odds as I slap my gold down on the table.
Well, she's a good lass. Taught her everything I know, so hopefully she does me proud. Damir sort of like gives you the thumbs up.
She will reach into her bag and take out a coin purse and sort of jingle around in it for a minute and just kind of think about it. I'll wager 20 gold on her.
Ooh, everyone's like, ooh, big spender. Ooh,
I'm gonna owe a lot of money if I lose.
Don't worry, darling, you will.
okay.
Ooh, I like that.
This is
Whatever that means.
Mhm. Let's do this. Mikmick, anything for you, sir?
Mikmick's gonna try and get into the competition as well.
Okay.
Oh,
Three-way competition here. Yeah, this is funny. Like Louisa and like Ulrich sit across from each other and like stare at each other, and then like Mikmick just sits like at the midpoint of the table, like hello.
are you
like
small enough
it's
to
free
sit
alcohol,
on
why
the
not you-
table, or
Yeah, I think last time he actually sat on the table.
Yeah, last time he sat on the table and drank like 2 things of Mikkelbräu and then just threw the fuck up.
And
It was
then
pretty-
vomited
yeah,
up.
yeah.
The first one went down great, and the second one made
Just
him
like,
puke.
yeah,
I
It's free alcohol. Why not?
It's true.
I'd also like to wager 5 gold on him being eliminated first, please.
Okay, that's amazing. Yes, everyone's like, "Whoa, that's crazy. Yeah, it looks like they. Oh, I bet you they're dating." No,
It's a good wager.
All right.
What's the odds on Mikmick, by the way?
The odds on Mikmick? Look at him. He's like half their size. I'd say it's 5-1 at least.
The
Okay.
odds of Mikmick being eliminated first, I think.
Yeah,
are
what's the
pretty
odds of
high.
him
Oh, the odds of him being eliminated first versus him winning. I don't know.
Eliminated first.
Oh gosh, probably pretty low. Probably too.
That's probably even odds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't even bother.
Okay. So, this is the way drinking competitions work in my version of D&D. You just go, it's basically like the Indiana Jones, right? Everybody just takes drinks and does constitution saving throws until you fail.
Okay, it's
Each
done.
time, however, the DC goes up.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so
And I
Challenger,
have a stress point, so I have -1 to all rolls.
that
right?
is correct. Yes, let me put
Okay.
that little stress point on there.
Yep.
And I can't help you because I am a debuff bard. Sorry.
So here's what I'm going
Oh,
to do.
you're
I'm going to
debuff-
move.
Oh, wait, hold on. I can. Oh, it's only ability checks, not. They're doing saving throws?
They are doing saving throws. That is
So
correct.
guidance won't help you. I can't guidance you. Sorry.
It might if I try to. Okay, sorry. I'm not gonna table talk.
No, I mean I'll throw a guide. It's a fucking cantrip. I'll throw a guidance on you.
All right, here we go.
There you go. Guidance on.
Guidance is
Okay.
for 1 minute.
Okay.
All right.
Guidance on Louisa.
Hey, exhaustion doesn't affect saving throws, does it?
Correct. The first level of exhaustion does not affect saving throws. Only ability checks.
So if you need an ability check for something, Louisa, you got it for
Yes.
1 minute.
Okay.
Sleight of hand does exist.
It does
in
indeed.
Case I want to do it. In case I want to do a Miss Piggy from.
Oh my God! Nice from the Muppet Show. Here we go.
I got some options over here as well. I'm sitting right, like I'm sort of perched. Let me use the.
All right.
I'm perched on the bar right behind.
Love it.
Perched on the bar right behind the champ.
Fantastic. Damir comes around the bar with 3 mugs of Mikkelbrow and places them one in front of Ulrich, one in front of Louisa, and one massive in comparison, I guess, in front of Mikmick. Yeah, and then says, "All right, let's go," and slaps the table. And
Louisa picks up the cup and looks Ulrich dead square in the eyes and says, "To your mother," and then drinks.
shit. Okay, make a Constitution saving throw. This will be
Let's see how this goes.
easy. First one goes down, no prob. Mikmick?
Mikmick is going to try and be as polite as possible, even though this is a drinking game, and it looks like these two have already pre-gamed a little bit. So he's going to hold up the tankard to clink, but nobody does, and
Yeah.
just counts it.
I think
will
he.
belatedly clink after she has already finished her drink.
Nice.
Nice, one of those. I don't believe Mikmick has 2 levels. I think he only has 1 level
No,
of exhaustion. Yeah,
just
that's
Did
right.
he
one.
stay up 2 nights in a row, though?
He stayed up 1 night in a row.
No.
No, he slept in the middle.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Okay. Easily, Mikmick.
Nice.
Okay. I don't have a stat sheet, but I do know his Constitution is a +4.
I'm at the disadvantage here. Woo!
So I'll tell you what he gets. Ooh, interesting. That's not good. That's a
Oh.
that is a 2.
Ooh.
At bad.
Do
I
I
rolled
win
a
my
2.
bet?
I rolled a 2, and that +4, that's a total of 6. So Ulrich sort of like, what'd you poo? What did you put in that drink? Damir, that was not good. That was foul.
Can't handle it.
Ugh. So that's strike 1. When you
Okay.
get to strike 3, he falls over and you lose.
Okay.
So 1 strike on Ulrich.
Okay.
Yeah.
The DC has now been raised. I'm not telling you what it is,
Okay.
but it is definitely higher than 6.
Noted.
Okay, moving on. Damir comes down, puts boom, 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 3 more mugs of Mikkelbrow in front of you.
This time, Louisa, realizing that Mikmick would like to be a little bit cultured about this, she offers her glass to Cheers before she says something insulting to Ulrich.
He just sort of
And-
grumbles. Fucking.
Mikmick will take that kindness and clink before
Clink.
downing.
All right. Con
Yeah,
saves.
basically down at the same time as Louisa.
Go.
Yeah. So she'll clink with Mikmick, and then she'll be like, "I can't hold it tonight. Gonna get beaten by a girl." And just
Not going to happen. Not going to do it. Oh.
Oh,
oh, bad.
Oh, both of you.
Bad.
That's both of you. That's you
wait,
and Mikmick.
before Ulrich rolls, I'm gonna lean over. I'm gonna sort of caress his
Fuck.
hair. I'm gonna whisper in his ear.
What was this? Oh God. Okay. What did you put in? Command? Jesus, Sarah. All right, Sarah.
I just commanded him to choke.
Choke? You said choke as your
I
command?
said choke. That was my command.
Okay, he needs to
He's
make a
about-
As
wisdom
in
saving
literally
throw.
choke or choke as in...
As in, like, choke on the
Right.
drink. He's got to make a wisdom save.
All right, so his wisdom is not so great. What's your DC?
13.
You rolled a 10.
All right.
So he sort of like brings the Mikkel brow up and goes and just sprays it across the table. And Louisa, you're facing him, just boosh right in your face. And he's like, this is not right. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad beer. What is going on here?
First of all, it's not beer.
It's wine, whatever. It's wine, it's beer, it's wine, it's the same stuff. You drink it, it makes you drunk.
Do you even know where you are right now?
Not really, it is getting very late. I do not
goodness.
understand this. But
Oh,
Louisa,
well,
and
this
just
is-
technically, Louisa and Mikmick, each of you have 1 strike, and Ulrich
Okay.
has 2 strikes.
Okay.
Well, while he spit up his drink, Amnestria's gonna lean in towards Mikmick and be like, if he's eliminated through, please, we can make money.
Okay. It is now round 3. Damir comes around the bar again. Okay.
I am going to look at Louisa and say, take him down. I'm going to give her Bardic Inspiration.
Nice.
All right.
question.
Which you can
on
use.
inspiration.
You can use this
Does
for saving
chat
throws,
inspire-
absolutely.
Yes, you can.
can-
Does chat inspiration last for each episode?
Chat inspiration lasts for 2 episodes.
So if you got it last episode, you still have it.
That's correct.
Yeah, that's what I was just checking.
Yeah.
You got it. All right.
And it's we're kind of use it or lose it because it's 1 a.m.
Yeah,
It is,
yeah.
so-
yeah. Because we're getting close to night time. Because I've got my coda ready. Go ahead.
Quick question. Can I use guidance and inspiration in the same turn?
Absolutely.
You absolutely can.
Yes. Okay, great. I know what I'm doing.
Oh God, do it! I was
All
like,
right.
I was gonna run and pee, but now I need to see what you're doing with my buffs.
Sorry.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Con saves.
I am going to
Oof.
do the Miss Piggy where she does sleight of hand and tries to make it look as if she's drinking it, but she's going to actually toss it like behind her to where it like hits like right in her hair at the back of her neck and like slides down her neck.
Okay. Let's
So
make a
I'm
sleight of
going-
hand check there, Louisa. Oh my
Sleight of
God.
hand.
you can use the guidance on that,
I'm
but
gonna use the guidance on
and
it
save your
for
Bardic
sure.
Inspiration.
Yeah. Okay, so that's a D4.
4. Nice.
Yeah. Nobody notices. Even the people like behind you who are like, "Oh, that was amazing. That was great."
She really leans into it.
Now
She
I'm gonna
goes,
pee.
oh.
Here we go.
Okay. Nope.
You go pee, and I'm going to have him roll his con save. Here we go. That's enough. 14 is enough. So he saves. He's still kind of like, that was better. That was better. He's got 2 strikes. Mikmick has 2 strikes. Louisa, you have 1 strike.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But after failing that second strike, Mikmick is feeling like he's
Mm-hmm.
Bad enough, so he's going to tap out.
Oh, Mikmick taps out. He walks away. Everyone's like,
Yep.
"Whoa, the gnome! Look at the gnome! Look at the gnome! The gnome couldn't
He's going
take
to
it."
tap out before he brings it all back up and basically
Oh,
just head
no.
right upstairs to go to bed.
Oh, did Mikmick just fail and I missed it?
No, he didn't fail.
Oh, he got a 7.
He quit. He quit before he puke.
Tapped out.
Louisa stands up and offers him a little curtsy that she then stumbles into the table a little bit, and she like
Nice.
catches her balance, but she tries to do him a deference, essentially, like a good game. Like,
Okay. After.
Yeah, and basically, Mikmick will just head upstairs to go straight to bed.
Okay, yeah. You watch as he like bunks into the wall, and he's like, "I'm going. Good night, everyone." Door slams, meaning that it's just you, and it's just Ulrich.
And we're at 2-1 right now?
2-1.
We're 2-1
Ulrich with 2
right now.
fails, and Louisa with 1 fail.
Okay,
All right, Louisa, con save to you.
con save to me.
You can roll your inspo if you want.
I'm gonna roll the inspo. It's Bardic, so that's a D6. What are
Yeah,
you
At this
at?
level, it's
Yeah,
D6.
right now I'm a D6. Yeah.
Okay. D6.
My fucking god.
Yeah.
It's 23.
Nice.
Nothing. You just
Nice.
down it. It's like Marion Ravenwood. And he's like, "There's something wrong with you. I don't
That's all right.
understand why you don't. You are twice as skinny as." And he like reaches his hand out for the Miko brow. He's like, This is going to be the end. I'm going to finish you now."
Okay,
And he
I'm
drinks.
watching.
He didn't even have to magic his ass. I love this. The dice tell the story, yeah.
And the Satip in a very, he's like, just falls over. Boom! Enormous
Yeah.
thud on the floor, and everyone's like, "Yay!"
Louisa stands up. She takes another slightly less stumbly bow, and then she turns to the two ladies before her, and she goes, "Well, I guess I'm your goddamn partner."
And Moynot basically does a fan kick over the bar to face the bartender and puts out her hand. She's like, I'll take my winnings now if you don't
All
mind.
right, fair and square. That's let's see. You bet 10, so that'll be
Amnestria gets hers as well.
yeah.
technically speaking.
Amnestria, yeah, you get your
Amnestria is going
5,
to
so that's a double.
catch.
Okay.
Amnestria gets 60 and I get 30.
Yeah.
Amazing. All right, well,
So-
Shing, congratulations, you can up your gold by that much.
To get over to the bar,
Yeah.
she's just gonna misty step, like right in front of him.
There is an enormous amount of applause and laughter, and then the door swings open, and as if in
Moynot's in a good mood and fan kicks around to see who just came in.
the door opens, and there is, if you remember Xandra, the young
Yes.
woman who you met at the very beginning of this, and almost as if in a very sort of Western tavern kind of way, like the music stops, and like everyone looks at Xandra, who is covered from head to toe in soot, and she says, You've got to come. You've got to come. It's the bakery. Come on, help me. Oh God. And she just like collapses to the ground. And like everyone's like, what's going on? And Ivan Marek, the Meistersinger, stands up, sort of like shakily, but also at the same time, sort of being sobered by this whole experience. And he's like, Xandra, what's going on? And she says, there's a fire. And she points out the door. And you all can see it. There is a plume of black smoke coming out of the middle of the village and an orange glow. And you can hear it now. You hear the sounds of burning. You hear the sounds of something large burning in the background.
Is it? You overcooked the bread again.
I don't think it's that.
Everyone just immediately runs out of the Grinning Fox Inn.
I don't.
Okay.
Mikmick doesn't because he's...
Mikmick is asleep.
Yeah.
Louisa looks to see what Damir does.
Damir sort of like looks at everyone. She says, "Oh shite! What the hell?" And he like immediately grabs all of his like things off the bar, and looks over at you, Louisa, and says, "Well, we got to do something." And he runs out the door.
Technically, you can wake Mick up.
I will follow Damir out.
Okay.
I'm going to sit in the bar for a minute, actually.
Okay. I'm going to move you to the map of Amherst.
And I will eventually follow them, but I'm following them, like, from a decent distance behind.
Okay. As you leave the Grinning Fox Inn, you see that just beyond it, to the south, this house here, the house that was the home to Angelia the baker, as well as her shop, is aflame. You do not hear any sounds of screaming, but you see that everything inside, as well as outside, is one giant inferno. It is then, when you approach, I would say, Amnestria, it seems like you're probably the closest, it seems.
Yeah, when she saw the fire, she went outside.
All right, let me just zoom out a bit. You can see that there is something else that is aflame. However, it's very difficult to make out because it looks like it is something that has been affixed to the door of the bakery, but is, like everything else, on fire. And it is a shape that looks suspiciously humanoid, but it is not moving. And seems like it's standing, but a foot off the ground with its back to the door. But it is on fire. What do you do?
That's a very good question. Is there any source of water around?
People are like handing buckets of water to each other from their homes, from the wells, but they're in vain trying to put it out.
I'm going to try to take one of the buckets of water and splash it on whatever this figure is.
Okay. You run up to the door and splash a bucket of water on the figure. As you come close to it, you almost freeze in terror because the figure's features have not been completely burned away. And you see that pinioned to the door with an iron stake is Claudio.
Fuck.
I'm gonna guess I get some stress for that.
You definitely get some stress for that. And it is there, my friends, that we are going to do our last thing of the evening as you watch the bakery burn with whomever in it. We're going to do a card pull that has been waiting quite a while for this to happen because it came a little bit before, but it is the Dark Powers Speak. It's one of the big cards. It's the high Taroka deck. This is for me, ladies and gentlemen. I get to decide when and where this particular card comes into play during the entire campaign, and to whom it goes is my choice. Here we go. Let's pull out the high Taroka and see what happens. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Oh God.
Oh, jeez.
It is the beast.
Nice. Looks cute.
I was reading the hover text and all I got was great rage or passion before you made it large, and I don't get hover text
Great
anymore.
rage or passion, something bestial or malevolent hiding in plain sight or lurking just below the surface.
That actually seems very apropos for this current story.
And I think that, with that pull, and anything associated with it, we will end tonight's session of Ravenloft Domains of Dread. So,
Ooh,
that is that.
it's the cliffhanger.
Thank you so much to our new player. Yes, Megan.
Thank you.
You're awesome. Thank you so friggin' much. You're the best. Awesome.
Thank you guys. You are awesome. It's been such a joy. Jumping in.
Oh my god. Wow. Okay.
It has been great. Also, I have something for you guys after.
Oh well, I can't wait to see. Actually, that reminds me. Let me put in
not?
Louisa's stuff now. Boom. So a shabao. There we go. Welcome to the team.
Thanks.
Awesome. We end every session by just going around the table and saying who we are and where you can find us on the internet. So I'll start over here with our newest person. That's Megan. Megan, where can we find you on the internets?
So I'm on Instagram at Megan Lenap, and you can find me on Discord under the same name. Come find me.
Come find. Challenge accepted. Come find me.
Shots fired.
If you're mean, I will not interact with you.
Come find me nicely. There we go.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Maeve, you're up next. Maeve, where can people find you? Mouth needs working. Where can people find you on the internet?
Well, you can find me at Maeve Climber on Twitter and a couple other places. Additionally, I'm on our Discord. I do art sometimes. It's not always the most tasteful stuff, but you know what? I enjoy it. So
Taste is in the eye of the
Ooh,
beholder.
I want to see Maeve's non-tasteful stuff now.
speaking of art,
Asked nicely.
if
Yes.
I can share that art now.
You want to share the art? Oh gosh.
How would
Okay.
you do that?
Let me see if I can do that. I can't do that necessarily on channel, but you know what? I'll do this. If you want to share it in our Discord,
right now.
you can do it in our Discord.
Heck yeah.
Do it in our Discord where our folks who in chat would maybe want to
the
join
art
our
tab.
Discord in the art tab. Would want
Oh.
to see the art, which I'm sure is gorgeous. Put it in the art tab. So those of you who want to join us in Discord, who are listening along, come and join us on our Discord. Thank you very much, Nightbot, aka Red Platinum Bot, for hanging out on our Discord. Join us on our Discord where you can see and interact with the players, and of course, and a whole bunch of other people who are also Slice and Dice's fans. So thank you, Maeve. You're the best. Can't wait to see the art. Moving on down to Mikmickville. That one down here, right down there. That's Red. Red, tell us where people can find you on the internet.
You can find me around the internet as either Elite Ghost Driver or Red Platinum. I'm in most places, though I don't post that very often, so you may just see parts of me in different parts of the internet, but
Whoa, that sounded
you'll mostly
really
find
bad.
me on
I'm just gonna be honest.
Ravenloft.
Parts of
You always
me in
find
different
parts.
parts of the internet.
Concern, red concern.
Oh, shit.
That's why it's red.
Sure.
But yeah, you'll mostly just find me on the Slice and Dice's Discord if you want to chat.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Red Platinum. Moving on over, I should say, to Sarah. Sarah, where can people find you on the internet?
I'm Sarah. You can find me on the internet at Lovely Llama on Instagram, Twitter, and Discord. Instagram is mostly pictures of my cats and cool Manhattan views from my current job site. Twitter is mostly reposts of my Instagram. And Discord, come say hi. I'm try to be as active as I can be, but I'm in a lot of Discord channels and I kind of fall behind sometimes. So I do my best.
And you do a great job. Thank you very
Babe,
much.
this art is beautiful.
I can't wait to
I need to look at it.
stop doing
You're so
producer
fucking
stuff
talented.
and see this art, but I'm sure it's absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much, guys. Hi, I'm Matt. I'm the DM for this group, and I enjoyed running fucking role-playing games.
Yes.
And it's fun as hell to do. Not only to help other people like connect with other role-playing game enthusiasts, which we do here at Slices and Dices, but to have fun doing it and not be negative Nancy's, to be positive people and to make sure that everybody's supporting each other, and that's what we do here in Slices.
Even when your character is evil.
It doesn't matter. Evil is a point of
Evil is a state of mind and a point of view. Evil is a point of view.
A point of view. Yeah, sure. Tell that to Vladimir Putin. Okay, sorry. Did I say that out loud?
I thought you were calling me evil. I was like,
no,
Sorry.
my character.
Yeah.
My character. Moynard is
alignment.
Is evil.
Alignment. I swipe. I swipe with the alignment. Okay. That said,
It's just funny when there's an evil character and a good character in the same party.
it's okay.
I do, but the thing is, I feel like Moynard and Mikmick balance, because like evil doesn't mean that you fuck everyone over.
No.
It means that your own self-interests are first, but
Absolutely.
that doesn't mean that other people's don't come into play.
Unless you're chaotic evil, and then you just want to kill people. But hey,
Yeah, but it's like no, neutral evil is like
Selfish evil.
I come first, but other people can be useful, so therefore I must interact with them in a positive manner.
alignment discussion for another time, aka on
Yeah.
our Discord. But until then, folks, we're going to be doing Ravenloft. We're going to swifting. We're going to be swifting Ravenloft to a bi-weekly schedule so that we can have other games and other opportunities for cooler stuff on Fridays, and hopefully we can inject more other cool RPGs into our awesomeness. So
So I think
we will
Ravenloft
see.
in a month, right?
Yeah, we'll see Ravenloft actually not in 2 weeks because our friend Megan is going to be on vacation. So we will see Ravenloft again, I think on the 16th of April. Is that correct?
15th, I think.
15th. What am I saying? 16th. The 15th of April. In 1 month's time. So we're going to be sort of
16th for me.
the 16th for you. My God, Red,
There you go.
with the daylight savings time.
Works out really well for me.
It does.
I can't be there on the 22nd.
There you go. Amazing. 15th. I will be back from vacation as well. Actually, I haven't even started vacation on that time. My God, my brain. I'm done. Let me finish.
What is vacation?
Don't even know. Let's go ahead and say
Let's
goodnight to
find out.
everybody. Remember, folks, take care of each other.
Yes.
But don't forget to take care of yourselves. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. We will see you again very shortly. Stay tuned for more stuff here on Slices and Dices. Thank you. We love you. Goodbye. Have a good night.
Night.